Three unqualified morons with microphones. This is the previously recorded podcast. Okay, we're here today because Shane, I'm worried about you.
Yeah,
I'm worried about your health.
This podcast is an intervention.
Shane got 7 pumps of sweetener in his coffee today, and I am worried about your heart.
Listen.
7 pumps?
No.
That's why I said listen so many times. He's all revved up.
No, I know the story, yeah.
The Granton Academy Starbucks is fucking trash.
It's just trash. You have to double up on everything.
You get a latte and they give you burnt espresso. So I got the toasted mocha, which is my favorite drink that they have. It comes with 5. I took out the whipped cream, so I took all that sugar out, and I added 2 extra pumps.
Yeah.
I don't think that's...
I don't know what any of this means.
So
guess
essentially,
Guess what?
It sounds like he put a latte
he put a lot
sweetener in there.
So it's like essentially 7 sugars, which is a lot. Audra texted me because
Do you guys text each other about your coffee?
I sent her a picture.
he sent
okay.
he sent her a picture because I would just make fun of him for it, and I was like, I'm bringing this up tonight. But I was like, Audra was like, 7, bro, you good? And she told me later that
No, it normally has 5, and I took the whipped cream out.
that's so much.
It comes with 5
Yeah.
naturally.
Yeah. Because
That's a
I got a
lot.
large. Or a venti for a fucking Starbucks.
Are we recording right now? Did
Oh,
you start
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but that Starbucks out there sucks. Like,
Yeah.
all their espresso tastes
I don't go
burnt.
there.
So you got to get but that's the only one around. So
I've gotten a hot chocolate from there once.
Man.
the hot chocolate's amazing. But you add
That's
espresso
all
to it and
That's
it sucks.
all I would get
Yeah, you add espresso
from
to it
my
and it
Starbucks.
sucks.
And somebody I forget why. We either went there. Honestly, if I had to guess, I think I was coming back from a viewing.
Oh, yeah.
With
Nice.
somebody else from work, and they're like, "You want to stop at Starbucks?" I'm not going to get anything. They're like, "Oh, get a hot chocolate." Or I had a gift card. It was one of the two. I definitely stopped at a Starbucks at one point coming back from a viewing, but I don't remember if I got a hot chocolate that time or not.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I think it was it was a rough day.
Yeah.
I needed the hot chocolate.
Right.
I know this isn't coming until later. I just texted my dad. I said, "Any Hallmark Christmas recommendations for us to watch for the podcast this year?" His response, not right off the top of my head. You could watch 8 Gifts of Hanukkah.
But
It comes out firing.
in fashion, welcome to our 100th episode of Previously Recorded. If you've been here for the entire ride, I'm sorry, but congratulations, guys. 100 episodes, it's a landmark. You take out some of, there's a couple bonus episodes that don't count towards it, but 100 full episodes, it's just an accomplishment. We started this shit 4 years ago, right around Bob's birthday, and here we are today, talking kind of just about our favorite things and just the fact that we made 100 episodes and the fact that I started this on a whim, rode these guys down until they agreed to do it, and continue to pressure them.
He threatened my family.
I had to get the job done. And here we are, 100 episodes
He kidnapped
later.
my dog.
100 episodes later, and your family's okay.
There's a dark road I could have went.
Yeah,
there.
I was really hoping you didn't go that. Like I said, I'm sorry for your loss.
I got back now. I held back.
But anyway, yeah, guys, crazy. 100 episodes. So for those of you at home, that is 128 hours and 17 minutes. So it would take you about 5.5 days to listen to every episode without stopping. The fact that you could listen to my voice, Shane's voice, and Bob's voice for that long is just recorded. So if we die, it's there forever.
It's previously recorded.
It's previous. Cut the
now
check.
This name makes fucking sense.
Yes, now you guys get it. We were always just planning for the future, but it's fucking nuts. 5.5 days, straight through.
We got to get to a
us.
week. I know we said we were going to slow down after 100, but we
Well,
got
I
to
mean,
get
we
to
could.
a
We
week.
could just do 3-hour episodes.
Yeah, we just got to start really doing
4 or 5.
marathoners.
Yeah. Like 2 hours with just Shane, like just him talking about his
talking
thoughts,
about like his world,
his whiskey recommendations.
Yeah.
Bob, you can
how
give
many pumps of sweetener you'd have to put into different things at that Starbucks. To accommodate.
Did you sleep after that, or did you do your day?
It was this morning.
So did you do your day? You're off today?
I was
I don't
off
know
today.
how your
No,
clock
I
works
was
at
off
the
today.
Senate. Okay, so you went about your day.
Yeah.
I just worried for your health.
That seems perfectly normal to me. I snack on candy all day long. It can't be that much different.
It was just very funny
I had
to
two
me.
I had 2 Cowtails today too,
I'm worried about your
and
health.
a honey bun. Yeah, I might have diabetes now.
Holy shit. Meanwhile, I had one little cookie and a brownie, and I'm about to explode.
I mean, I regularly
I exploded
go.
when I got here, so I refilled for this.
Callbacks, man. Callbacks.
I regularly go from being awake at night to awake during the day. So like
The Senate never sleeps.
my health is already like
Shane,
deteriorating.
burning the
A
candle.
little coffee's not going to do anything.
Burn the candle on both ends.
I'm burning it in the middle.
We finally used it right though.
Alrighty. So if we want to get to it, we need 1.5 days. So just do 7-hour episodes for
36 hours.
we could do it.
Let's just do one 36-hour episode.
Wait, is that including the Christmas episode last year where we recorded for 24 hours straight? Or you didn't include that one.
that's a gift. That's
You
a
didn't
gift.
include
that
It's-
one. That was a
you don't want
present.
to. Yeah, it was a gift.
can't
for
wait to
our
do that again
listeners.
this
You
year.
can't get that. You don't get to listen to that twice. We're not
However,
gonna re-gift it.
no,
Oh, it's actually
We'll give a new gift
Yeah.
this year. but-
actually I bought the rights off of RP. It's being sold on my OnlyFans now.
nice.
do you want to direct them where to go?
They know where to go.
Okay. Well, speaking of re-gifting and whatnot, and talking
I like that
that,
you spell Shane with the @ sign in your OnlyFans. It's really risque, by the way.
and it's just Shane.
The S is the $ sign and the A is the @
It's
the @ symbol.
$H @ feet. That's just.
It's just my feet.
It's just his feet. It's his OnlyFans on
Yeah,
feet.
just feet and a 24-hour podcast.
24-hour podcast. What more can you ask for? It's the gift that keeps on giving. Like we would cut out. I cut out the hours if we put a Gateway Gamer. So if we re-gifted an episode, I cut that out. But at least, so there's been a couple episodes without Shane. But at least just two of us on me, like me and you and Bob. Or there's never actually an episode just me and Shane.
Why would you do that? Yeah, like it makes sense. Why would you waste your time with that episode?
110 hours and 13
Marvel's not here to
minutes.
bully you, so I figured I'd have to throw something at you. Some shade your way.
Fair enough.
110.
110. So
How can I? And this is ballpark
yeah,
because you're in the editing room.
sure.
How many hours of actual recorded material do you think we actually
double
would have
that.
had?
Double that.
the 3.5 days or 5.5 days?
Double that.
Double it, you
for
think?
sure. For sure. Especially on some of those longer ones. Actually, that's not true. I would say maybe all those episodes, everything I cut, a half a day of all 99
Of
episodes.
what's cut, so about 12 hours cut out of what's 5.5 days hours wise? What was it?
128 hours and 17 minutes.
So an extra 12 hours.
Maybe
on
even
that,
not
you
even
think?
that.
I feel like we've had some.
Yeah,
we
you know what?
probably
Actually,
cut a good
99
amount.
episodes. Yeah, there's probably some stuff. There's some stuff. Long pauses.
You
stuff
figure
from-
it's
lot of chewing.
That's less than a half hour an
long
episode,
pauses,
right?
racial remarks that you had to cut out.
We're not cutting that one out. It's done. We're in now. It's finally happening.
I didn't say I said them.
Yeah,
But the
it's that
one-
every time that Shanks guy comes on,
He's such a
just-
piece of shit.
He's such a degenerate, man.
I was trying to think of who would be funnier, but Shanks was the first person.
There's
I thought of.
30
Audra.
minutes.
Whenever she's on
Yeah,
those
she's the
episodes.
worst. But there's 30 minutes in a tin can.
Yeah, but that made
I made the final cut. But then of our rewatches too, 22 and a half hours we spent discussing rewatches, which is Indy, Star Wars,
Jurassic Park.
and Jurassic Park. Which Star Wars was our longest episode.
Star Wars was 9 episodes, or did we do more than that?
It was 2, 4, 6. Mandalorian.
It wouldn't be 9 episodes, right? Yeah, so it would have been.
It was like six
it was
it was six
trilogy,
episodes.
trilogy.
It was 3 months worth of
Did
episodes.
we do a Mandalorian solo episode?
Yes.
Yeah,
But
we did. And then we did
Rogue
what's
One
coming.
and Solo together,
And then we
right?
did a
and then we did that
ranking.
list of all the shit that was
Yep.
coming. That
And then we did a
2 off.
ranking episode.
That's right.
Which our longest episode is the sequel trilogy with Quizzo Joe.
With Joe.
That's our longest episode ever. And we've had a lot of guest appearances. Taking the number 1 spot was Marvel, which I think is kind of unfair because a lot of those, for a while, we were just counting him as the 4th chair or the 3rd chair.
Especially when we were
Like
on
during
Zoom
the
and
pandemic.
stuff like that. And plus, now he has his own show on the previously recorded network.
It's on the network, yeah. So we kind of cut him.
Yeah,
we kicked
so
him
he
to
doesn't
the curb.
count as a cameo. He forced his way in. He
did.
also kidnapped my dog.
He
It
did.
was a rough couple years for that.
He just really wanted to be on it, you know?
Do you guys have a favorite guest?
That's,
You, Shane.
yeah, you. It's you set yourself up for that one, bud.
Jesus Christ.
I'd love everybody that graces
I
the
invite you
presence.
guys into my home.
This is Studio C.
Yeah,
so
we are recording in Shane's studio today. This is what the government funds pay for.
do you know
You guys are sitting where I ate dinner just 2 hours ago.
what'd you have?
Beef stroganoff.
Who made it?
Katie.
Beef
it good?
stroking off?
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Guess who stroked it off?
Thanks
That
for
was
the
me.
invite to the stroke off. How high are your socks?
They're not very high.
Oh my god.
God, no wonder
It's
why
gonna
we
get-
weren't invited.
It's gonna get so weird.
Um,
Mine are up to my knees.
second is Nick. Nick has been on the episode.
He's a producer. He
He's
doesn't count
been,
either.
but he's been on 12 times. Marvel was 14.
Okay.
The second most after. So if neither of those two count, our most, and we got to change this,
Third
but our
most is probably
most
Germana, right?
is Audra. She has been on 8 times
Okay.
Really?
Because Audra's done a bunch of like
with me.
either just one-on-ones with. She's been on a couple with
Germano's
everybody.
Yeah,
been
she's been on
on
2 or 3.
Germano was
like
on 3 or
5?
4.
Germano was on 6 for
6 episodes.
Whole
Yeah.
list. Yeah,
for
whole
last
list.
Game of
season.
Thrones.
Shanks 3 or
Shanks
2?
was 4.
4.
Quizzo Joe was 3. Trash Bag.
What's
and
Joe done?
Quizzo Joe was 3.
He
done
did
2
the
drafts.
draft,
Was that-
Indie, Star Wars.
Oh, he did Indie. I forgot he did Last Crusade, right?
Yep. Or no, he did Crystal
Crystal
Skull
Skull
with
in
us.
front of the suit of armor.
Yes,
Got
which
really,
is amazing.
really banged up that night.
Yeah, he did. Trash Bag was 2. Brian, my brother-in-law, Brian 2, and then Brad, Buster, and Brian, brother of Bob,
Each one.
Christine, my dad, Hoffer, James, and then we did have Amanda on. They were all 1. Espo's been on twice, and I've done 2 episodes with Half Drunk.
And a lot of people who had 0 appearances, but we're not going to list all of them.
No.
Hoffer was a fun episode. He was the regular Game of Thrones. Just our regular Game of Thrones episode.
He's wanted to come back, and we just haven't had him.
Hasn't worked out.
He was a fun episode.
We haven't invited him.
Espo was the score episode. That was a good one.
And the Christmas. He was back for Christmas.
That's right.
But we've had a lot. So who would be your favorite guest? If you asked that question,
Nick doesn't count.
Nick doesn't count.
I don't count Nick or Marvel.
Probably
Nick or
Shanks.
Marvel.
All the Shanks episodes are fun. I did
Duke.
really.
You didn't have Duke on that.
Oh,
list.
Duke was
Yeah,
Duke was on
Duke
once.
was-
Never mind, Duke. That was
Duke
a fun
was
episode.
that was
fun
great.
That was a
Yeah.
good episode.
It was a nice bottle
I
of
think
Jack.
any of the Duke got a little. Anybody that gets real banged up on the podcast, I have
He
a
got
good
all
time
banged
with.
up, but then he made us all cry.
Yeah,
Talking about his tattoo with his dad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his Vader
he does
tattoo.
that.
I
He's
did.
good
I
at
knew
that.
about that though, so it didn't get to me as much this time.
Hoffer was a fun episode too, though.
Is it bad if I don't remember what the Hoffer episode was? I
Game of-
remember
Game
of
Hoffer being
Thrones.
on. It was
Game of
just talking about the
Yeah.
series in general.
It was right before the last season.
Yeah, before.
Oh yeah, he tried. Yeah, he was talking about like how he had sex with my sister. I remember
Yep.
that piece of shit.
Yep.
Just that 2 times so that they could procreate.
Um,
the way God wants.
I love
Only 2 times. Never again.
I love all of our guests, people that waste their time with us. James was one that you guys didn't have the opportunity to be on with.
That was like the 3rd episode. or
Yeah, it was
something,
very,
right?
very early, and we wanted to have him back. But like I said, I love everybody that's come on.
Did you say Mark?
Oh no, I forgot to include Mark.
He was on our Falcon and Winter Soldier episode.
Yeah,
Mark
I
was on Falcon
I
Winter
thought I wrote him down, but I guess I didn't. No.
I would say he's the most. He surprised me the most.
He was just so prepared.
He
was like
came
ready
with
to go.
so many notes.
Dude's a fan.
He came with so many notes. I didn't expect him to be that big a fan of the MCU.
Yeah, no, I knew he
just-
was. He
yeah.
talks about it all the time. He was saying like how excited. I haven't heard from him recently.
I saw Mark randomly at the brick house that had to have been, and he was
He's
just
always
like,
there. He's always
yeah,
there.
exactly. And he, but because it's a brick home, and which, by the way, I am currently. I don't know if you guys, you obviously haven't been there. Steve, the manager of the brick house, is now giving out VIP brick house cards.
Is he really?
They're just cards. They mean
Because-
absolutely nothing, but it's very fun.
Because of the shooting at Patty Wax, nobody goes to Patty Wax anymore. Everyone goes to Brick House. And there's too many people, so he has to like cut it off at a certain amount now. So he's giving out these cards where it's like if he knows you're there all the time, he gives you
Like,
this card so you can
but
get
it's
in.
like he had was walking around with like a stack of
That's
them.
actually pretty funny.
And like gave them out to like me.
Yeah.
Smitty was there for like softball the one day.
From Barstool?
just Matt Smith. But yeah, so
how about that?
It's literally like it's my license, a courtesy card, brick house VIP in my wallet. So if I ever get pulled over, they're getting all 3.
They're getting all 3.
Yeah,
They're gonna
look,
say this.
You
well,
figure out which
just
one of these things is the most important to you right now.
go about your day, sir. I would say.
But what I was saying was I saw Mark randomly at the brick house.
there
He was
you
all
go.
banged up, and he like cornered me and was just like talking about the Batman. Like
Yeah.
that's all he wanted to talk
Yeah.
about.
He's a
See,
dude's a fan.
He's got the same days off as me, and sometimes we'll go to Brick House for dinner. And Guaranteed, he's there.
Dude loves to be bricked.
He's a fiend.
Yeah,
He's a
hey,
fiend.
man, I'm bricked. Talking about being bricked.
Hey, well, aren't we all? You know,
Let's build a house today.
whatever
you know?
floats your boat.
No big bad wolf is blowing this thing down.
I'll blow it. I'll blow it down.
I don't know what to do with that, but I like that a lot. I'm going to add that to my repertoire. Like I said, love everybody that's been on. Quizzo Joe is a top one for me. I think he always just brings his own
His episodes were fun.
spark to an episode, but I love everybody. But speaking of Mark coming on for Marvel, one of the things we always do, well, what everybody's been up to, we all saw Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I thought we would be cool to share our thoughts, like a quick review. We don't got to get in depth about anything. It's still a new film. I don't know when this episode's going to drop. But Shane, what did you think?
I enjoyed it a lot. The only problem I had was that it was really fucking long. Mm-hmm. Like if it was, because it get dragged at parts. But I think they did a really good job of. They had sort of an impossible task. Like how do you continue when your biggest star dies? Mm-hmm. But I think they did a good job. Shuri taking over was actually good. She pissed me off at some parts in the movie, but I actually did enjoy her as Black Panther. But overall, a good movie. Namor was fucking cool. Mm-hmm. I want to see him more.
Yep.
But yeah. His little feet wings only looked stupid in one scene.
Yeah.
When he was a little kid and he popped out of the water, I thought it looked fucking stupid. But other than that, when he's floating around, I thought it was cool. Like when he was like jumping through the air.
Yep.
No, it was a good movie.
Out of 5.
Out of 5, I like 4.
Bobby?
Pretty much the same. I liked things. It was very long. I also saw it in an older theater, so the seats weren't like the new like comfortable seats. I think that like made me realize how long it was, if that makes sense, because like the
You're
seat got uncomfortable a little bit earlier than it might have otherwise. So like it felt long. I was talking to actually Chris, my brother-in-law Chris, today, and he was asking me about it. He saw like a pre-release with his friend, and
They see it the day before?
like a week before.
What the
His
fuck?
buddy
How?
Mike works for ABC.
Oh,
so like
good
he's
for
like
him.
in like the
So
Disney
he got
Corporation. Yeah.
he got good for him.
So
Thanks, Chris.
yeah, thanks for that input. But he was asking.
Ours
me-
must have got lost. Previously
Yeah.
recorded must have just got lost in the mail.
It's because of the moves.
Yeah, it's just too many studios.
Yeah.
No PO box.
But I was saying like the scene. Well, I mean, we're not spoiler free here. So like after, for me, like after she left the underwater, like place whose name I will not remember.
Telecon.
Telecon. There you go. Until like that final scene on the boat, I just felt like it was very long. Like it took a long time to get to from one thing to the next. I didn't feel, even though I think I was supposed to, a lot of like sympathy for Shuri in that like final scene where it's like, oh, she's so like upset and frustrated, and I was just like, just stop being what kind of like. So like I don't know if what they were like, what the intention was there, but I felt like I like in the final act I was just kind of like didn't care about her at all. I just wanted her to do her job because there were other characters who I like felt some kind of way about. Liked Namor, liked M'Baku. I'm glad that he like had a fairly decent sized role because I was afraid they were going to just kind of like
Sideline
push him out so that she took like the front. I don't know, like the main role there. But I'd probably give it like a 3.5. I didn't love it. I was entertained. Just felt long.
Sure.
Awesome villain though, if he even is a villain, because he had like the Thanos type, like you understood where he was coming from. Like I liked him I didn't think of him as a bad guy for most of the movie, even though he was.
I kind of
like,
side with him. We're kind
at the same time,
we're kind of jerks.
Shuri was a bad guy at one point.
Absolutely,
in the film,
she was.
It's like,
I would say the bad guy is probably the U.S. government.
always,
in the movie.
always,
Which
I agree with.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't side against your own people.
They don't listen to this. It's fine.
Yeah, no, absolutely, all valid points. I liked it quite a bit. I think it's probably their best movie this year.
I think that's a simple.
Yeah, Strange, Shang-Chi, not Strange, Thor, and this. I think this is the best one.
Definitely better than Thor.
Yeah.
What's your rank?
What do you mean?
Like
all
these
all
three.
like 40 movies. Rank them right now.
Yeah.
Oh, these three? Like, it would go,
This Strange
yeah,
Thor. So like my brother-in-law asked me the same question. I was like, I think Thor was more fun, obviously, than this, but this was obviously the better film.
try rewatching it.
What, Thor?
It's tough.
But it's like I'm saying, like,
I liked
it's
it when
more
I saw
fun. Like it's like meant to be like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
oh, haha, there's a laugh.
Yeah.
We said it when we saw it, like, they forced the humor. I'm not saying Thor was a good movie.
I get what you're saying.
I just mean, like, yeah, like, if you're going to be like, hey, like,
It's a summer movie.
Like, exactly, and this was heavy.
Uh-huh.
So, like, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I want to watch Wakanda Forever today. Like, it's a little heavy for that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So, like, that's, like, it was absolutely the better film.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking for, like, something
Summer
to
block.
watch,
Yeah, absolutely.
Thor would probably be, like, the more mindless background noise type thing.
I would agree. So I liked it a lot. I was not alone in this. So when we saw it opening night, I went to Woodhaven, and for whatever reason, I don't know if they're bulb, they're a projector, I don't know what it was. Everything looked fuzzy to me, and I am very particular, as you guys know. So I thought it was just me, and it wasn't, because Katie pointed it out to you, and
I didn't really notice.
Audra and Nick said something to me as well. I just thought I couldn't really see some stuff that should have been clear.
And you saw it regular?
Yeah, just saw a regular. I didn't have a problem with regular.
I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah, so
but it was like the Franklin Mills IMAX one. So.
But I did really enjoy it, and I saw it again last night, and I saw it in IMAX at the IMAX by me that I think is now my favorite IMAX theater. That
so
is
this Plymouth Meeting. Is that the AMC?
That's AMC. I went to the Regal KOP.
Okay.
Their IMAX theater is like pretty legit. Their seats are kind of like Neshamini's, like they just lean back.
I like those. I prefer those seats, or like the Dolby seat concept over like the full recliner seats. Because I fall asleep in the full recliner
These ones
seats.
were just your back just leans. It's like there's nothing for your feet.
That's
so you gotta
and
put your
that's
feet
all
on.
right.
I put my feet on the bar. But I liked it a lot. I think I echo what Shane says. They had an uphill battle making this film, justifying making this film, and then actually making a damn good movie. Like I agree with you, Bob. I didn't feel bad for Shuri. I understand she's going through the stages of grief, and she wants to kind of find out to be her own Black Panther. She doesn't want to be like. That was a nice surprise.
I didn't love it.
I was just glad it wasn't going to go the.
I was all right with it.
At that part you're talking about, I got really nervous that they were going to CGI him into the movie.
You and everybody else.
I
they
was
CGI
really
him.
fucking nervous.
They would have shit all over
I
that
might have
movie.
left.
That's in bad taste.
Yeah.
I might have
Yeah,
left.
don't do that.
And I don't think that doesn't strike me as
But
something that
I
they
was
would
just
have
thinking.
done.
They said
I-
that.
But like
they said
when
that
you
they
saw that
What is that?
situation,
Episode 8 or 9 when they CGI Princess Leia into the movie?
No, that's all unused. No CGI.
They
That's
didn't
just
CGI her?
no. They just used footage.
Oh, I
Unused
thought it was like
footage.
deep fake CGI.
They,
Okay, see, that's all I was thinking about. I was like, don't do that. Like,
They
that's
create-
fucked up.
Grand Moff was CGI. That was like
Yeah.
the stuff that they like threw in there.
Right. Okay.
But I really liked it. I liked all of the new characters. I liked that there really wasn't a main character. I liked the way that they went, as we knew it was going to happen. But I liked the movie, the best way to put it. Yes, it was long, and when I saw it the second time, I didn't feel the runtime. I didn't. I knew it was long, but I don't know if it's because like I knew the beats of the movie. I said the movie is long, but everything feels justified. Take something out. What can you take out?
Oh yeah, and that's
The problem. It's just a long movie that I think and I think it needs it too because Shuri taking on the mantle needs to feel earned. You can't just say, "Oh, well, we just need a new Black Panther." Like, just take it. And I feel like they did take their time. And even at the end, I missed it at Woodhaven that M'Baku takes the throne, and that's what Shuri. I missed that.
She leaves.
I just missed. I was like, because like I said, it wasn't a great theater experience, and I think that ruined it a little bit for me. But me and Audra saw it again last night, and I just love it. I really, really, really love Ryan Coogler, how he crafts a story, how he shoots it, how he.
Yeah, I think it
It's
was really
shot
well done.
beautifully.
I think I need to see it again. But like, it's what I expected. In like me thinking about it, it wasn't. I didn't think about the fact that like what they were up against making the film. I was just like, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Well, that's like outside.
Can we talk about how
factors.
Lupita Nyong'o is like thicker than a Snicker in that movie though?
And they did her a disservice in the first movie by giving her short hair. She is a very pretty woman.
Yes,
with
but also
long hair.
like
Yeah, she's great. I love the women of Wakanda, and that's what also I didn't realize it until until viewing the second time how it is a completely female-led film.
100%.
And it's led by Angela Bassett's
She was
amazing
incredible,
performance.
yeah.
And yesterday, I don't remember if I did the first time, but yesterday the throne room scene, I had
Where
chills.
she died.
No, where she's telling Okoye like.
Oh, like where she like takes her spear and all this stuff.
Yeah, and she's like, I lost my, whatever. I had chills my entire body. And I was like, this is a fucking awesome. This is like old school MCU, like back to like the original Iron Man. Like it was just a really emotional film. The two tributes to Chadwick, I thought were great. I really liked Riri, and it got me really excited for her Disney Plus show that Ryan Coogler is involved in. And then just the scope. Namor was fucking incredible. He was awesome. He was so cool.
He was my favorite part of the movie.
And I thought our theater didn't give it pop at all when he said, "I'm a mutant." He's like, "I'm the first mutant." Nobody said anything, and I was like, "That's."
And then the explanation for his name.
Yeah,
I liked too.
Like, and they took the time. Also, why a bloated runtime? They took the time to show you Talokan.
Telecom was a big chunk of the movie.
And then
too.
like just everything underwater I thought was
I
awesome.
would
I thought the one thing that the MCU has been criticized for has been how the films have looked, how the CGI has looked. And I thought this film looked
I don't
awesome.
think there was anything that looked bad about
I
this
think
movie.
this movie looked awesome. And even the daytime scene, like people were, and I saw it yesterday in IMAX, and I thought it looked great. I thought it looked
What
so
daytime
good.
scene?
The end fight scene.
These people didn't like it.
People were saying some of it looked bad, but like the one shot to me that's like Ryan Coogler, and I always point back to Creed is like when he's filming the final boxing scene is like that side where Shuri's like fighting along the side and like the camera like follows the action, and I'm like, this is Coogler, man. Like he is awesome with action. He's got
I'm
such
actually
an
really
eye.
excited for the new Creed movie.
Yeah, me too. It looks very good.
I still haven't seen the second one.
He's not involved. He might be a producer, but he's not directing.
I think he wrote it.
He might have, maybe he wrote it, but
I haven't seen the second one yet.
He was
Creed 2 is okay. But I think Ryan Coogler's one of the talents to watch, like the up and coming talents to watch.
I don't even know if he's
I don't think the dude
up
misses.
and coming anymore.
Well, not
at
up
this
and coming,
point,
but
yeah.
in Hollywood, the dude doesn't miss.
Judas and the Black Messiah was good. I don't know what his involvement.
But I really liked it.
Directly,
I gave it 4.5 out of 5. I thought everything took its time to develop. Like I said, what would you cut out? You can't. I thought that even the MCU aspects of like General Ross and Valentina, like that was a nice little twist, but reminded you, hey, this is a bigger connected universe setting up, the Thunderbolts. Like that's also setting up some plot line for that. And then everything underwater looked great. And I just really, really liked it. I thought the action was good. I thought the score left a little bit to be desired at
I actually
points.
liked the score.
There was a lot of silence. I thought the film. I
I felt
the
like
score.
that was intentional.
It was, but that and just where the first Black Panther movie score is like so good, so like, and like the scenes, but when the scenes where it happens, like when Namor rises up and it's like, boom, I was like, awesome. So really, I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was a nice way to close Phase 4, and let's get on to Phase 5. That's going to be, I think, completely different. But yeah, no, high remark. I really liked it. I saw it twice, and I probably won't see it again. But when it comes out, I'll definitely watch it. And I'm really excited to see where this all leads to with Namor. I don't know when he's going to show
He's
up
gotta be
again.
in it again.
He is. That's why they didn't.
They could
they changed
possibly
the
give him a
yeah.
series, maybe.
Give him his own
Oh,
movie.
It's gotta be.
Illuminati?
It's got to be a movie.
Yeah, I mean they could.
Oh yeah, he could show up in the Illuminati.
Just give him his own movie because
In
there's a lot of meat on that bone. And everybody was joking around saying, this is the one fucked up thing. People were calling Namor chubby. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's got a six-pack. Just because he's not your typical, like, shredded, like The Rock or Chris
That's
Evans
like,
or
remember when
Thor?
Zac Efron had that Netflix show, and they were like, he's got a dad bod, but he was like in really good shape.
just came back down to earth. They
just-
did another season.
He just started eating bread again.
Yeah, so
They're like, he's got a dad bod.
Zac
We're like,
Efron
that's not a
said-
dad bod.
after filming Baywatch, there's like an interview.
Oh, he said it's
He's like,
impossible.
I'm never doing this again. Like, I'm done with it.
He said that workout was impossible.
It like
to
made
maintain.
him not
Yeah.
care about like how he looked
You
anymore.
can't eat anything ever.
And then he got that
He had that
accident.
thing with the
he had an accident with his jaw. But Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, go see it. And I'm curious to see where it ends up in the MCU, like in terms of the after the ripple effect of the film.
Very
it's-
excited for Ant-Man though, because that trailer was fucking
I
dope.
think Ant-Man's going to be really good.
that trailer was fucking sweet.
I think Ant-Man. I think Phase 5. I think we've gotten some tepid stuff in Phase 4. Disney Plus as well. Some people haven't loved everything, but I think Phase 5 is
think
going to
Ant-Man's
bring
gonna be
people.
really good.
I think Phase 5 is going to bring people back that were like, this stinks. But what have you guys been watching? Besides Wakanda Forever, what have you guys been watching? Anything? Doing anything?
There's this show you might not have heard of. It's called Ted Lasso.
Tell us about Ted Lasso, Shane.
So it's Jason Sudeikis. It's basically like Scrubs but soccer. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
I bet you in like our
you should watch it.
I bet you in like our 105 hour mark of your previously recorded re-listen, you probably hear people
Nobody has ever told me to watch this show. I don't understand
Ted Lasso.
why.
Where are you at on Ted Lasso? I haven't checked
I finished it. It's fucking awesome.
Oh, wow, yeah. It is until you get to the random Coach Beard episode, and then you're like, maybe it's not that awesome.
That is, you had the benefit of binging. Like we watched that week to week, and people. I liked season 2, but people were like, "Hey, this isn't as good." And it's,
Week to week, I would have been pissed.
Yeah, it's tough. But Coach Beard's
Coach Beard episode was rough.
was rough. I thought so too.
And we know why. Like now, the Christmas one's the same thing. They filmed X
like the
amount,
Christmas
and then they were
one,
like,
though.
"Hey, like, what did they have 8?" And they were like, "We want 10." So they had to
Yeah.
throw 2 episodes in there.
Well, and then now there's like issues with season 3 that like Sudeikis wants to had every episode rewritten. He's like overseeing everything. Like they're supposed to be done, and they're like 10 million over budget or whatever.
Being a diva.
I mean, I guess he's just that protective of the show.
It's his character.
He wants it to end at 3.
He's trying to get some more Emmys, man.
He wants it. I don't think he gives a shit. He wants it over at 3. He said maybe if Apple backed the money truck up, he would do a 4th and 5th. But I don't know. But I'm glad you're finally enjoying it. And
I'm about to start re-enjoying it. It was fucking awesome.
I believe and believe, man.
Well, the rule was that if we started Breaking Bad, Shane would watch Ted Lasso, and so I watched 1 episode of Breaking Bad, and
I'm on season 3.
He's
Still
about
working
to.
on it.
You're about to finish.
I'm
season
almost
3,
done. I'm almost on season 4.
I'm gonna get there. It's just
I don't.
life hit me pretty bad.
Do you want to talk about it?
Just time. Like I didn't have time.
okay,
I wasn't.
okay.
Yeah, the Phillies.
Remember how we haven't really
coaching,
seen him
everything.
much?
Yeah.
Yeah. We stopped going to Quizzo. Like,
Yeah.
it was-
Well, I mean,
I had to start doing Brickhouse Quizzo. It's dark
That
times. in my
wasn't
life.
just me.
Dark times in my life.
That wasn't just me. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
starting
almost
this week.
on season 4. I said to Shane earlier,
Is it 4 or 3?
He's almost.
I'm
finished
almost
3.
on
He's
4.
on 3.
You're
Almost
on
finished.
4. Okay.
almost on 4. I said to Audrey and I said to Shane, while season 3 has picked up, I don't yet see what people claim to be the greatest show of all time. I'm sure the finale in the
What is
last
it, 6
season,
seasons?
5.
5.
I'm
They
sure.
broke season 5 up into 2 parts.
Yeah, I'm sure season 5 is really
you've
good.
watched it multiple times, right? So without telling me anything, because I am going to watch it, and I promise I will before I die. At some point, I've started it. It's something I recently watched. I got to do it now. That's all. That's all you needed was for me
a
to
lot
watch
of work.
one.
It's a
'cause
lot of work
now
to
I'll
take it
just-
out.
Now I'll just push through.
It's a lot of work to take it out.
Is that like an accurate portrayal, or
What?
were you like hooked in like season 2?
I was hooked right away. First time I watched it.
I can,
I liked the first episode.
I can say I was intrigued. I think it's a really interesting
I thought
concept.
it was interesting.
I thought it was interesting. I say it all the time. Nobody gets it.
I say it too.
Like I said, it has the meat of a really well crafted, well made, well written TV show. It's interesting. Hell of a
Loud boy.
crack.
That was a loud boy. I was away from the mic. I don't know what it sounded like.
I
Jeez, I didn't know we were recording Indiana Jones this time.
I just don't. I think it's like I said. I think it's interesting. I think it's well written. I think it's a really nicely paced show.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't see like other than saying yeah, it's pretty good. But people say it. I'm sure. Like I said, I'm sure it
Like,
picks up
yeah,
in 4 and
losing
5.
their minds, like best show ever. How could you have never seen it? Type conversation.
Which is what everybody always says
Yeah,
to me.
same to me.
I mean,
And
it
so-
could just not be for everybody.
Yeah,
I was hooked right away.
I will say this, Shane. I like when I watched the first episode. I watched 2, so like I was interested.
I mean, it's not a difference of taste between me and you though, because we share the same opinion on Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, Sons is great. Sons is absolutely
So
great.
I don't think it's just.
I think it might honestly, because it's happened to me in the past. It
it the
might
hype?
be a situation where RP and I are just way behind the hype. So now we're expecting this like absolutely.
That's how Ted Lasso was for me. That's why I didn't start it.
But Ted
because-
Lasso's a different kind of
because-
hype, I think, because of the type of show it is.
Yes,
Because
sitcoms have
Yeah.
different.
was pushing it so hard. I was like, you're turning me off. It's like
But
the same
also,
thing that happened
like
in
you
Stranger
said,
Things.
it's like Scrubs.
I didn't start Stranger Things because everybody was talking about it,
Mm.
and I was like, I don't care.
Breaking Bad was always just this thing to me. It was like, hey, yeah, I'll get to it. I don't care. And now
how
it's
it's been for me.
now it was just, hey, Shane held up his end.
Yeah,
or
we,
no,
we made a deal. We both
started
watched
first.
it that weekend. It was when we went out for his birthday.
I started it and I sent him a picture and then he said, all right, fuck. And he started watching Ted
You know
Lasso.
what? The first episode of Ted Lasso kind of dragged for me a little bit.
I don't
And then
remember the
I
first.
can
was
see
like-
that when he first gets there.
Yeah,
I was like,
The first season's good.
Oh,
the
let's-
dart scene
let's get an Ussie.
is where it becomes like,
But I was
this
like-
show fucking rocks.
No,
That's my favorite
Yeah, that was a
scene in
good
that.
scene.
Maybe in the
Be
entire
curious.
show.
Be curious, not judgmental.
But I was like, oh my god, this fucking show, like it's so slow. And then I was like, whatever, I'll just start episode 2. And then episode 2, I was like, hey, this show fucks.
Episode 2 is the Zach Braff directed
Yeah.
episode.
I was like, yeah, I like this.
Again, I like it. I really do. I'm enjoying Breaking Bad. I think it's a good TV show. When I'm done, I'll check back in.
Mm-hmm.
Will I say it's the best show ever? As of now, I don't think a show can be the best show ever if the first 3 seasons aren't all fantastic.
What is your best show ever as of right now?
For me, my favorite. What's the difference? The best show or favorite show?
Well,
The best show.
you're saying best show. 'cause
The best show-
Boardwalk Empire.
My favorite show
Your
is
favorite's
Boardwalk Empire.
Empire. What
Best
would be your
show.
best show?
Well, I haven't seen everything, but from what I've
From what
seen,
you've seen.
so from what I've seen, I can say that probably the best show that I've seen from start to finish is Sons of Anarchy. I think that takes off and it finishes really, really nicely.
And favorite show's Boardwalk.
Favorite show would be Boardwalk Empire. I think that is a really nice crafted show. I think that captures the mafia really well in a time period that I love. I think I just like maybe we are with Breaking Bad. I think I was past that point with The Sopranos. Like I was after the hype.
Yeah, Sopranos. The Sopranos didn't do it for me either.
Yeah, me either. I think it was just like one of those things where we were past its time.
Yeah, I tried to get into Sopranos, but I don't know, I just couldn't get into it.
It is what it is. What's your favorite of all time?
Of all time?
What do you think's the best of all
Yeah,
time?
best.
Not your
Sorry, I'm
favorite.
eating another brownie.
Best
Katie laced them with.
favorite probably Breaking Bad. Best probably Boardwalk. But I don't know.
I might have to do Boardwalk again.
Sons is
You
the
should.
most.
You should give Boardwalk another shot.
Sons is the most rewarding because it gets better every season. The way it ends, it wraps everything up. Like the last season's fantastic.
It's good storytelling.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Boardwalk. Boardwalk's the whole reason we're friends, basically,
Yeah, that's what.
because of physics lab.
Yeah, no, we had gym. We
No,
had
not physics.
lunch.
I thought it
We
was
had lunch.
physics.
It was both. It was just that was
We
the
did
same
have,
year.
yeah. But we talked. I was
I thought
like,
it was
yeah.
just like gravity and inertia.
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
not even a class.
We
We
were
were
co-
physics. Brought you
It
guys
was more
together.
like an incursion. We were just
Physics did
colliding.
bring us together. I fell and he caught me. He was like, "Hey, you're really cute," and I was like, "Oh, kiss me then."
And
I did.
And how'd that play out?
And we were married 7 years later. But speaking of,
Do you think that was 7 years ago?
Did I ask you
Wait,
your
you think
favorite-
wait, you think high school was 7 years ago?
I don't know how long ago.
That was like 11 years ago.
No, it wasn't. We graduated in 2014.
Yeah, we met like 11 years ago though.
I'm sorry. I'm a piece of shit.
I'm just worried that you're an accountant and you don't know
I'm not an accountant.
basic math.
Not in the law. Yeah, it's in the law. Did I ask you your favorite? If I didn't, what's your favorite?
You guys kissed. That would be my favorite TV show. I wish that was filmed.
It is.
Favorite TV
It is
show?
$H @NE feet at OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You can say it.
Feet spelled with 2 E's.
Yeah. No, 3s.
Can you tag him when you post this? Can you tag his OnlyFans?
I will for all the the smelly feet people out there.
2 3s is replacing all E's with 3s is funny to me.
I did that for my Wi-Fi password.
My favorite. It changes, and I know it's like recent. It might be Stranger Things at this point.
Yeah, we talked about that.
The
yeah.
best show I think I've ever watched, even though the last season isn't great, I think it might be The Wire. I got like hooked into The Wire. I was like really into it. I think the characters are super interesting. I also really like The West Wing.
What about Peaky?
It's up there. I don't think it's the best or my favorite. I honestly don't think Peaky Blinders is super high as far as like best show ever.
Interesting.
Where would you put that in like best show?
We had that long talk.
I'm like favorite. I
text.
like Peaky Blinders. But I'm
Yeah.
saying like if you were ranking your like,
I think
but
top
the
5.
shows that you think were the best of all time, like critically acclaimed type shows,
Yeah, Peaky.
not like you like your personal opinion kind of out of it.
Just like what I like, not my personal opinion, but like
But, like,
based
you,
on
like,
what the discourse is.
Not even like.
It would be like Sopranos, Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I guess like what you think is like the most rewarding, like does its job as a show. I guess I don't know.
Stranger Things. I mean,
Like why did you say
Boardwalk?
Sons over
Son?
Boardwalk. What did you say was your best?
I think my favorite TV show
Your favorite is Boardwalk.
is Boardwalk. I think
But-
it's a really well.
But why is that
show.
not your best? Is what I'm saying.
I think in terms of when it was coming out, I think people lost interest in it.
So by that same
Yeah,
criteria, I
there's-
guess
yeah.
whatever you use to like not make that your best show, like by that criteria, is
I don't
Peaky
know.
Blinders a top show for you?
That's a good question. I would say yeah. I think that I would say. Oh, that's tough. That's tough.
Peaky Blinders does have one of my favorite scenes of all time.
I think
right before
they-
his wedding, where he's telling them no fighting.
Yeah. Well, I think
No
that
fucking fights.
One of the best scenes ever.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, that wasn't good.
I think they dipped in quality in 5 and 6. I think
I still haven't watched 6.
6
it's also-
they were also uphill battle. Polly died.
Yeah,
But
and-
I think they did
and
that really well.
But also, and the other part of that, which I feel like makes me want to, it's like BBC. I just feel like puts out better stuff. Like,
Yes.
you love Sherlock.
Yes, because they don't feel the need to make it
14 episodes.
14
Hey, we're gonna give you
10.
3 hour-and-a-half long episodes of Sherlock. Take it or leave it.
Sherlock's fucking great.
like here it is. Oh, you want more? Fuck you. We're done.
You don't want to watch it? All right, then don't. Then don't. We don't care. No, they do a really good job of making their shows series 6-episode seasons. 6-episode series is what they call them, and I think that does a real job. It cuts out the bullshit. Example, Fly episode from Breaking Bad we were talking about earlier. It cuts out the bullshit, makes you focus exactly on the main story point, maybe 1 or 2 plot points on the side. I think they do a really good job. Everything I've watched from the BBC, I've enjoyed. Sherlock, I think, is really good. If you have
I tried Sherlock.
the
I didn't get through they're
it's
just the episodes
daunting.
are too long. But like I enjoyed what I
Look
saw.
at them as
It's also
movies.
what's his name? Freeman.
Yeah, Martin Freeman.
So
As,
he's
he's Watson.
Watson. Yeah, so
And it's a different
I
take.
liked it too. And
Cumberbatch is fantastic as
Yes.
Sherlock. It's also different. But also the same.
Eggs Benedict.
Yeah, egg
Cumber
Benedict,
butt.
cucumber butt.
Cucumber butt. Yeah.
Cumberbund.
Hey,
Cumberbund.
cute butt.
All right, stop talking about shit.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's definitely probably an episode in itself. What do we think are the best TV shows? Maybe go back to our old
Shelve it.
list.
Shelve it.
You're an episode in itself.
But speaking of favorites, what was your favorite episode of previously recorded to record?
Any Hallmark episode.
Well, I went back and listened. We spent half of that episode talking about the Mandalorian.
The first one, right?
Yeah, because that was when Luke showed up.
Yeah. What was the first one we did?
First one was
Marion Bright.
Marion Bright.
Which
And
is an all-time classic in my mind.
If it was a TV show, it would be my number one.
Yeah.
that one was a lot of fun.
What was the one called last year?
You liked the Space Jam one a
No,
lot.
I was gonna bring it up. I didn't know. What kind of a
No,
subject?
you had fun.
that
You had
is.
fun.
Can we talk about that on this
switch-
episode?
switch
not
to-
Talk about whatever you want.
Not in full, but
You talk about
Switched
whatever you
for
want.
Christmas.
switch for Christmas. Yeah.
They have the best.
She's canceled.
Why?
She doesn't like the LGBTQ community. So
Well,
we
she's
can't
super
talk
religious,
about-
so
But like she left
I get
Hallmark
it.
because they were making an LGBTQ movie. So now she's like canceled. So favorite episode to record for me, maybe our first one because it was like a finally of like I got these.
Yeah,
fuckers.
you'd wait.
That episode's so bad.
I think we've talked about it on the air, but like the driveway conversations where I was like, RP, maybe we just don't do a podcast. There was the initial driveway conversation where I was like, fuck it, RP, you can do a podcast.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, you'll be like the producer. And I was like, oh, wow, this is a bigger role for me. Maybe we don't need. And then it was like, that was like the summer.
You know how many superstars in their life have told them, "Don't follow your dreams, don't do it." But look at me.
And then it was like October. It was like, hey,
You
I'm
like-
going to get the stuff. And I was like, all right, like, let's wait.
You like the Michael Jordan podcast?
I am like the Michael Jordan of podcast. Trademark. TM. And then we got to January, and it happened.
Well, because then everything kind of played in. Initially, I feel like you were like, I rattled my cans.
Oh.
I feel like you were like not forcing it, but we didn't have schedules that were matching up,
No.
and so it was like, all right. Like I was coaching. I think at that point, Shane was still like working / in school. I think to an extent.
He was
when
in the mayor's office before
when
he
we
went to the
first
Senate.
when we
You were the
first started,
fingerprint
I was in
place.
that bullshit office job, so I had weekends off. So that's why it was so easy for us to record. Like,
But
every
then it
other
was
weekend.
also, and then I was like,
That was actually a cool time.
Let's
It was just like
find-
assumed that we were hanging out every Saturday. It was pretty sweet.
It was nice.
We played a lot of Mario Kart.
I was miserable at work,
Tons of Mario Kart.
but when I was with you guys, I was having fun.
You know
Yeah,
what?
at that point in time,
Cut the
legitimately,
check.
It
Cut
would've-
the check.
At that point in time,
You know what? I'm quitting. I'm going back to that job.
there were multiple Saturdays a year where it was just assumed that we'd be at RP's
Yeah, it was
house
awesome.
by like 2:00.
Friday
drinking
and
beers,
Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, it was nice.
watch a game,
didn't
and then
have
be
to
like,
leave.
all right, Mario
Friday,
Kart.
I would
All right, let's
Walk
go.
into a beer.
Friday, I would leave work and we would basically just like go to Taco Bell.
Yep.
Right away.
Walk into
Were
the
you
beer.
still working Pretzel Factory?
No, it was the office job
Fingerprint.
after that.
Yeah, we
I
walked.
didn't know if
Because
you
I
worked
had-
Pretzel Factory on the
No,
weekends.
'cause I had weekends
Were you
off.
working Pretzel Factory at that
No.
point, or were you already done?
I was done.
He left
We
before
were
me.
we would walk into a beer distributor on a Saturday, say let's get a pricey
Yeah.
beer, walk out with a case of Natterdays.
Yeah, we'd say, let's get something good this time.
Yeah, then walk out with
And then we
Natterdays.
walked out with Busch Light.
And that was Natterdays. That was the first time we had Natterdays.
Pretty sure that we
Natterdays.
Never
watched
looked
the
back.
Sixers lose to
The Denver Nuggets.
the Nuggets. Yeah, that first
Yeah.
day. That was a great story.
Not
Was
the
it Washington?
Nuggets.
I think it was
might've-
Washington.
No, it might have been Portland. I think it was the game where Ben Simmons was getting into a fight with Yusuf, or whatever his name is. Where he called him a pussy at the line.
Yeah,
I think that was that.
I think that
game.
might have been it. Yeah,
Saturday afternoon.
it was a Saturday afternoon, like 2:30 game, 2:00 game.
You guys had just rearranged the furniture. in your
We
living
did.
room.
We had. Yeah, my parents' house. But yeah, that was the start of it all, and I finally got it, and we put it out. We did a mini episode 2, and
And then you bought all this equipment, and me and Bob felt bad, so we sent you some money for it.
no, you didn't.
We did.
No, you didn't.
We did.
Did you?
No, not
Just
originally.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Not
we,
much.
originally we only paid.
we
for,
sent you a little
we
bit.
only
but
paid
not
him money
much.
for SoundCloud.
Yeah, we only.
And
we
then
only
when
did the
we
SoundCloud.
got the new equipment, we paid for that.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
split that one.
Yeah,
evenly.
that's what it was. Okay.
No, yeah, we just let him shoulder all the equipment the first time.
it was my hobby.
We were like, hey, you didn't ask.
It was my hobby.
We
I
split the wheel though. We all
but
split the
we
wheel.
did
That's
all
what
split the
matters.
wheel. But I thank you.
The one in my classroom, I paid for by myself. suck it up, too.
I thank you guys. 'cause
We've never done that, by the way. We still haven't done
Double
the
wheel.
the double
No.
wheel.
There's plenty to
wheel.
do. There's plenty to do.
This is our last. It's our 100th and last episode.
But
so
I
it's-
thank
we're
you
done.
guys for.
No 101.
No.
We're
No,
skipping it.
We're skipping.
We're
We're
going
not
right to-
Dalmatians. We're
going
going
right-
straight to
We're going
102.
right to 102.
But I thank you guys for embarking on this with me. So, what is your favorite reoccurring bit, if you have one? If you don't have one, you don't have one.
The wheel for sure.
The
Mine-
wheel's fun. I use the wheel at school.
Mine
all the time,
is
too.
mine's no chocolate. That's my favorite.
No chocolate
That's
is
a good
good.
one.
That
The
was-
Miles Teller hate was obviously my favorite because
We
I made it.
single-handedly
We saved
changed
that
that man's.
guy's-
We
yeah.
saved his career.
And now he's a Philadelphia icon.
You know, my favorite recurring bit that we don't do anymore.
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's Patrice.
it's
Patrice.
yeah, Patrice here. What do you guys
Yeah.
do?
Those
100
first-
episodes.
Those first like 3 episodes, it was just like a morning radio show.
What
What
do you
is
mean?
Patrice?
It's-
What are you up to? How have you been?
I've been good. I've been good.
Patrice, what did you think of Black Panther?
I loved it. I loved that.
You're big. You love female led.
That Bimaku, he was my favorite. And the fishy Aquaman, yeah, he was my favorite. But let me tell you, there was these blue Avatar people that I didn't like, and I didn't understand it.
Patrice, what are you?
Yeah.
What's your accent? I thought you were from Boston.
Get back in here with my scallops.
It's like Boston, Chicago.
That was my
Like,
big. That was
it's
my
like
Morty.
Nick Miller from New Girl.
That was my Morty from Big Mouth.
Yeah, it's starting to lean towards Big Mouth.
But I was a big fan of Wichita Forever. I saw it twice. I saw it in IMAX and paid the
and then on
surcharge.
bootleg, right? You saw it on.
Well, I was the one doing the recording, so only the best for my clientele. But I really liked it. I really liked Biancu and Yuri and
You watched the Ukrainian version.
and Raymore and the people of
Flanagan was there, I think.
But yeah, he was there, Flanagan, selling furniture to the Yucatans and the Avatar. I thought we were getting a sneak peek at Way of Water, but it was.
You are big into
It was just a
Avatar.
different movie. All right, Aunt Patrice, get out of here. Go make
knock
go
it
make
off.
your pecan pie somewhere else.
I can't
Why
believe-
did you invite her
I
back?
can't believe you let her use your kitchen to bake.
All right, well, I'm going to go see Wichita Forever for the 3rd time. Okay, I'll let you know how it is. I got a copy of the Martin for you if you want it. It's so stupid. God, get the hell out of here. So stupid. Get the hell out of here. Guys,
Just for the Patreon, which doesn't exist.
you can find her.
This is why this is so funny to us. It might not be funny to any of you. Because it's literally RP.
Whoa.
It's RP just deciding how long Patrice will go on.
Do you remember the one time? Shit, I have a headache. We were recording in the old studio. His parents'
Probably all
basement.
that sweetener getting to your head.
But the phone rang in your
Yes.
parents' basement. You just ran with it. You were acting like it was Patrice calling in.
Hello.
Dude.
And Patrice doesn't get invited on this because she made a scene
Jesus
at our
Christ.
family dinner. A scene.
That was at Bertucci's?
Yeah, she went on
Were you
anti-Semitic
there?
rant.
No. Aunt Patrice doesn't like
No,
that.
she's
Yeah,
not like that.
you got to describe.
What's she, Kyrie Irving?
You got to
She had
subscribe.
3 Bloody Marys, though. She was...
She Kyrie Irving. You have to subscribe to our Patreon recorded previously to hear the Patrice story. But nobody wants that. Recurring bit though for sure is the Christmas that Christmas episode probably is my favorite because
It's so much
that,
fun.
It just that seemed like
What are
we
we on,
talked
our
about it
third?
for an hour and a half,
like
but
10
it was
minutes.
literally like
Yeah.
25.
There was nothing to
minutes.
talk about. There's
Because
no
that movie
substance
was
to that
the movie was horrible.
no chocolate.
How about do you have a favorite moment like recording that made the cut, didn't make the cut?
Oh man.
That we
Well,
did.
real quick,
I think
it's my favorite episode, probably to record, honestly. Although I like a lot of the ones with like Duke's episode was great. Any of the drafts, but the Space Jam episode was just so funny to me for whatever, like, cause like, and there's a couple guys now on Instagram that I follow called that's like the bread basket they're called, and they just draft
the
a
best
starting
bracket ever too, right?
Well, that, but they draft a starting 5 of things.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like basically what we did in that episode, but they'll be like, all right, yeah, we're just drafting a starting 5 of things that are red. And like the one guy's like, I'm going to go
They
fire.
have to play basketball?
No, he's like, I'm going to
Get
go
these
fire
stops on?
truck. I'm going to go fire truck here. I mean, it's a classic. He's been in the league a while. Like they just say stuff like that.
Yeah.
So random bit, because we started out as a podcast that was going to rank things.
Yeah, we did.
So
And this all started, did this started, the ranking them thing started with Harry Potter character list. We saw a list and we were like, this is garbage. And you were like, maybe this is what we do.
Was it a Harry Potter? Because
Yeah.
it was obviously the superhero
It was like
movies to start.
Dobby was like 2, Dumbledore was like 15. I remember that. But anyway, what's
So I want to go back to our roots, and in kind of a combination of something that we did that now somebody else is doing in a unique way. You don't need to draft a starting 5, but like obscure things. I'm going to give you each one, right? So RP, I want you to give me your top 5 ways to greet another human being.
Oh, that's interesting. My top 5. Okay, well, for one,
Start 5, go to 1.
5 go to 1. My top 5 favorite, probably just the classic handshake.
Okay.
Nice grip, not too low. 4, I would
crisp.
say.
These are wild
is-
crisp.
I would say actually 5 fist bump, 4 nice handshake, 3 the nice 3 finger. How's it going?
Not even a full hand wave, just like
No, just like the 3 finger. How's it going?
Okay.
2, bring it
a
in.
good dap,
A good
like
dap.
straight dap and grab.
And then number 1, a nice big hug. That's my favorite. That's
I feel
for my
like the
boys.
subtle head nod should make the top 5, like where you
Head-
know the guy, but like don't really want
Yeah.
to. But I guess your 3 finger, like
It's
that's
kinda the
kind of the
same thing.
equivalent.
Yep.
Head nod's a solid gym move where it's like I'm acknowledging that I know you. But
Yeah,
don't,
but we're not doing
don't
this right
come
now.
talk
Yeah,
to me.
we're not doing this.
Yeah, I would put that at 5. Head nod.
Yeah. Which is Shane have the same one?
Shane is gonna have a different one. Shane,
Shane, different
you're
one.
you're
That's
gonna
my
give
top
me a
5.
top 5 things that are green.
Things that are green. Fuck. All right. 5's the Grinch. He makes me laugh.
Holiday Hoopy Woody.
Yeah. 4's grass. It's good to go walk around. It's
Fantastic.
good to go
pick.
walk.
Fantastic pick.
Love an open field.
Yeah.
That's a shout out to Nick. That's my new thing. I'm gonna do shout outs to Nick.
I love that.
It's when he shout outs to Nick but references another podcast.
Yeah. Usually, hey babe.
Yeah.
In hey babe, they go
Yeah.
love a good something. Love a good open field. That's a shout out to Nick. Nick, text me when you
Yeah,
got
you
this.
do that too.
I'm just saying, like that's
Yeah.
that's
That's what I mean.
that's
It's like
great.
you do too.
3's gonna be Jello.
Green Jello.
Love some green Jell-O.
Fantastic.
Love some green Jell-O.
What's the flavor of the green Jello?
Green.
Green apple.
Yeah, I don't. Does it have? Yeah, it's green.
There's green apple. There's
I think it's
Lime.
lime.
Probably
lime. I
Probably
think.
lime.
Yeah.
Love some green Jell-O.
Okay.
I'm blanking on. I don't know two. Love a good winter green Eagles jersey. It's great.
Winter green. Kelly green.
Yeah, that
Okay.
one. Love a good Kelly green.
I love a good winter
Love a good-
green gum.
Love a good
too.
throwback Eagles jersey.
Okay, Kelly green Eagles.
Number
jersey.
one's money, obviously.
Money. Oh wow, I wasn't even thinking money.
For sure, obviously.
I like a-
Shane's
I like
always
a-
thinking
I like a
money.
nice green light. You know, telling you
Yeah.
to keep it moving.
Is that the one on the top or the bottom?
Bottom.
Bob, I'll give you your
Okay,
5
fantastic.
favorite things that you lace up.
Okay.
Or you have to tie.
I have to tie. Yeah. So I'm gonna go because I feel like we've talked about Chief on the podcast.
Yeah,
at
he's
some
been
point.
mentioned.
And Chief would just pants people when we were younger. So I'm gonna go with like sweatpants or
classic.
basketball shorts as a combo because
Classic.
I need to tie them because I have like PTSD. So like I need to have them tied, and I love a nice pair of sweatpants.
Also, shout out wearing basketball shorts under your sweats.
Why?
That doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah. people
No,
don't
like
do
when
that.
you
still
when-
do that?
No.
like shout to like the fact that existed.
Yeah,
like, people
sure.
did it.
That used
Yeah.
to just because you always had to be ready for a basketball game to
Yeah,
spontaneously.
you never. Know.
I did it because I was always just so sweaty.
But also, you get 2 extra pockets.
Yeah,
You know.
Yeah.
I used to do that. For
Shout
sure.
out extra pockets.
That was like a grade school thing, though.
Yeah.
Number 2 is just gonna be a nice pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that. I'm sorry. That's my 4. It's not 2. But it's
Color
not-
gray.
Yeah, number 4 is gonna be gray sneakers as I always wear. I don't put that higher because I will lace them up once and
Yeah.
never tie them again.
I'm a big slip-on guy.
Yeah.
Sneakers are gray.
They
Yeah,
are.
that's the
yeah,
point.
Oh,
they
I'm a
are
big-
always gray.
I'm a big once a month tie type of guy.
What happens that you go? Yeah, these need a new tie. If it's once a month, like what takes place? You're like, this needs a.
I don't.
I don't like a loose knot. You know, once the knot starts,
You can feel it.
the knot starts looking loose. I'm
Is
like, I
that
should probably
why
retie
you
these.
stop pounding my asshole? I'm like I don't tie my shoes
You
at
get
all.
pounded once a month. And you tie your shoes once a month.
I'm just talking about the loose.
You got a
knot.
loose knot, dude. You got a loose knot. I get it. You got a loose knot.
I don't tie my shoes because I have the Vans high tops and I just slide them on and off.
He's got the Velcro shoes.
Yeah.
They light up.
Which is great because when we leave here tonight, I'm just gonna walk with him because it'll light up and I don't have to worry about getting lost. Or
They're free
stolen.
through Medicaid. It's fine. Yeah.
Got orthopedic shoes.
I don't know. I have 5 things that you tie.
Lace up or tie up?
Lace up,
Or
said,
ti- or
right?
tie.
Or tie.
Tie your tie.
Yeah, well, that's my number 1. I'm
Yeah.
a big tie guy, so my number 1 is a tie. Like I like to have a nice tie.
What about a
on.
nice gift wrap?
A bow? Not a bow guy. Nah, I don't do bows. It's too much. I hate wrapping paper. I hate cards. I'm becoming like an old disgruntled man. It's like a waste of money and tie. I don't tie my hoodies.
You used to though. Did you?
When?
I don't know. When I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't. I'm a big like let those laces hang
It's
kind
the
of
same
guy.
thing with my balls. I just let them.
Yeah, I don't know
What
else
about some hockey skates?
Yeah, I mean, sure. When's the last time I put those on?
About
Put 'em at
cleats?
3.
You wear cleats?
I do wear cleats. Need to lace up the cleats.
Your
That's-
face went from like, oh shit,
That's
I
a
do wear
hard.
cleats.
That's a hard
I do.
3. 3's a hard.
Yeah,
Is cleats.
yeah,
Gotta lace up the cleats and maybe.
And then number 2 is just bondage.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
I think
like
we all
tying
can
up
agree.
either a sexual partner or a hostage.
This is why I have a loose knot. All right, then one is your tie.
Yeah. And 1 is the tie. I like it because you have options for the tie. You know, Windsor,
sure.
double Windsor. You know,
Absolutely.
that's all I can do. But there's more that you could do if you chose to.
I only know the double wins.
Yeah,
So that's all I know.
That's all. But I like to tie them. I feel good about it. There's nothing bad. I tie a tie every day for work.
I
Get
used
it-
to for Ryan.
Getting
I
it
used
on
to
your
slip
getting it
and
on your
off.
first try is just like, fuck yeah.
Nothing worse than tying a tie and thinking it's gonna be perfect, and then it's like too short.
Yeah,
And then
like,
it's like fuck. And then doing it. No, there is something that's worse, and it's doing it a second time.
And it's too long.
And adjusting it, and it turns out the exact fucking same. And you're like, what? What? How did this
yes,
happen?
I have had that.
Yeah,
happen.
and then you're just mad. It ruins the rest of your morning.
So one more thing before we kind of move on. What's one thing doing this that you've learned about each other?
Shane's allergic to like everything.
Bob Bob used to hate Miles Teller.
Yeah.
I did. Well, that guy needed it. He needed a wake-up call.
It's a good question, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't know. I never noticed that Shane did the throat clearing thing
All the time.
until we recorded.
So
And even then, I didn't notice because I don't listen to it. But you'd bring it up, and then I'd start hearing it while we were going.
I learned that about myself about a year ago. I have a deviated septum that I should.
I thought it was an allergy.
It's
Or
both.
you went, okay. I was going to
My
say you went to a
allergist-
doctor to go.
My
like, an
allergist
allergist.
told me that I have a
For
deviated.
the sake of the podcast, can you get that shit fucking fixed?
You want to pay for it?
The
Just take it out of the
podcast will
cover.
pay.
Yeah, we'll pay. Patreon.
No, see, my,
What is Shane's
Yeah,
feet
Shane's
not
feet.
doing well?
You got it out before I
damn,
could.
that was good. See, I
That sucks. I didn't know you.
don't
had
know if
that.
I want to have the surgery. That's the problem.
Yeah, a lot of people. Talk
What do they
about
do?
that.
They go up and they just like I think they stick
jam something
I
up
think
there.
they stick an ice pick up your nose and they just sever the nerve.
Isn't
That's
that how
a
somebody
lobotomy.
died?
That's a lobotomy. Yeah, never mind. Well, you could do that too if you're
I'm
interested.
scheduled for one of those. At least then I wouldn't have the mental capacity to
you
like
wouldn't be
know that I
upset
have a
about it,
throat
yeah.
thing going on.
I would say one thing I've learned is how Bob's voice can go from slight to high real quick,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
like
I have no control over my volume.
without like no, it's not like you're screaming.
No, it's just like, but like it's.
you could be, like,
I'm very
talking
quiet,
like
and then,
this, but then you get very excited.
Yeah. So if you,
That's one thing I
when
learned.
we record, I constantly. I don't do it on purpose, but I'll watch RP adjust my volume like the entire recording.
It just makes post a little bit easier.
And I get it, but like I don't
change.
purposefully try
No,
to do
I know.
But every time I like see him like hit a knob, I know it's mine.
I know sometimes it's him.
I do
bumping
this
it
too.
up.
Does it make you self-conscious? Because sometimes I'll be like really animated about something and I'll see him turn my volume down and it like
No, I just know that I got loud.
No, but it discourages me.
I just know.
Shane, half the time I'm putting your fucking volume up because you talk so light.
I know I got loud and he has headphones on and I don't. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, it must be a little loud in his ears.
It's just all because in post when I don't have to boring talk, I don't have to like highlight and change
and like
the.
adjust it on.
And I have to do it. I just sometimes do it a lot because that way, if somebody's listening,
Mm-hmm.
it's not especially not so much headphones, more so car. If you're listening in a car, and then it goes like you said when that one time Katie pointed out the Star Wars music, and like because when I have it here,
Just get like loud.
I didn't adjust it correctly, so it was like we were talking like this, and it was like and it's like that just fucks your
Yeah.
you just get fucked up. And then Shane, I think the throat clearing thing too. That's one thing I didn't know about you guys.
I notice about myself
Yeah.
more ever since. Yeah,
Ever since this, I
fucking
mean, it's
hate
not
it.
your fucking problem.
I re-listen to episodes and I'm like, I fucking hate you.
I cut
I'm like,
most
fucking
of it.
hate you.
Well, I do too, but it has nothing to do with that. I cut most of it out. What about me? You guys shared
Trying to
about
think
you.
of what, yeah, because like a lot of this stuff,
It's more I can say you probably realize I'm more anal about stuff.
more of that, RP can be pushy as well,
Yes.
which I don't think he ever was prior, or I like never noticed it. But like
I eased
sometimes
up.
if we can't get a date,
Used to.
oh, 100%, yeah,
Yeah.
but you can be, which I just don't think you did. Like we would be texting and like not be able to get a date, and like RP would just like send the same text again, like hey,
Hey guys, remember I said this?
hey, what are we doing here?
He'd reply to himself in a group chat.
I've done that. Yes, I have.
Which is like I get, but
that
like,
was-
and I feel like before we had a podcast, it was like RP, and like if like a conversation fizzled out, it was like all right, that'll pick back up at some point. But like because you needed this done, it's like
Yep.
hey motherfuckers, like I want a fucking answer right now.
Yeah.
And, like I had never seen that side of you, I guess.
I learned
It's a
how-
side of me that I didn't know existed until this.
I learned how easy it was to irritate you
Yeah, well, that's my wife.
because we'd be recording an episode and you'd be trying to keep us on topic, but me and Bob would go off
Yeah,
on some
I think I
bullshit
learned-
tangent.
Yeah, I think I caught on to that pretty quick, and then I just fucking hammered that button.
Well, it's the beauty, it's the charm of the podcast that you guys. So the one thing I saw a podcast that I like a lot goes on tangents, and that's when I decided to accept. Hey, this is just the beauty of how a podcast and three guys talking works. And so I saw somebody complain about it, and I'm like, not us. Somebody left a comment, by the way, that they slept with one of the hosts, and I don't know who it is. It's not me. And they gave it 1 star based on that satisfaction.
I want to say it was Buster.
I think no, they gave it 5 stars.
Buster, he didn't like when we had sex.
I forget. He sent me something that he had said,
He told me I was a gentle lover.
It was like I slept with the
but
co-host.
but then it wasn't on the
It took a
thing
little
yet.
bit to
Like,
show
it wasn't
up.
on the review yet.
Was
I
it
forget if
Daisy
it was
six
that,
six
or if
six?
we had like found. Like I feel like I can find the conversation in my
I'll
text,
ask
but
him.
like he said something about like a comment that he left, and then I went on, and I feel like I actually was like, "Yo, is this you?" And he goes, "Fuck." He was like, "No, like, I don't know where that came from," but I don't remember if that was the same comment. Or not.
Yeah, no, that's for sure one thing I definitely do in this that I learned about myself, and I took some time to go, hey, man, stop, don't do that.
there was a while there where me and Bob were like, should we like stop doing this fucking podcast?
Yeah, guys, hey, fame goes to
Yeah,
people's heads.
you got him all wild. That's fine.
And then Shane did his own his OnlyFans, and
He realized what it was like
Yeah.
to run
Shane's
an
feet.
empire.
yeah, and, yeah.
That's why this podcast doesn't cost us anything anymore. 'Cause
Also-
I'm paying for it
Two things.
with my feet.
Two things too. One, I don't know how people do this every week. I know we have real jobs.
But like, for some people, it's their job. And
Yeah.
So, like, it would make a lot of sense. I don't think you'd mind it if you were getting paid.
Also-
this was your 8-hour shift.
Sure.
A
A
lot
lot
of
of
putting this
the-
together, and like 4 hours of your shift is coming up with an idea.
Yeah, but
2
also,
hours is you guys talking shit, and then the other 4 is probably a group of you
Yeah.
all editing and
Also,
doing
a
all
lot
that
of the
stuff.
podcasts I listen to, they do multiple in a row.
Yeah.
So
bank
they'll,
'em.
they'll
bank 'em. We've
stop
done that.
and then they'll just keep going.
And
So
I
they-
got
they-
one
they
weekend.
bank-
We did like six.
we did like 3 in a weekend.
Yeah, so, like, they
Friday,
bank a
Saturday,
couple.
Sunday. We did one every day.
So they might record and not get released for like a month.
Yeah, no, they do that. It's just like I don't want to. Like I just like I'm
Yeah,
just
that's
like
a lot.
that's
Do you
like part of the reason we switched to monthly. Is
Do
just
you listen
like
to a lot of podcasts like regularly?
Yeah.
Like weekly?
Yeah.
How many?
5.
Because I have 4 like every week I listen, and then there's like 2 more depending on guests. At a point, I was up to like 8, and it was just too much. I was
Oh,
like,
you get to a point where you're not really listening.
I can't keep up to it.
Do you listen at work?
No, on my drive.
Just on your way in?
Because I have about a 20-minute drive.
So if it's a
to
40-minute
and
podcast, you
from,
basically have like
yeah,
one a day. you
I
can get
listen
through.
to.
Is that a normal time frame for like most podcasts, like
about
40
an hour
minutes?
and a half.
No.
Oh my
For
God.
like, but I'm
An
saying for
hour
like
and a
ones that are a
half.
week are still an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say the Always Sunny one's about an hour. Scrubs can go
I
to an hour
stopped.
and a
I
half.
stopped listening to Always
Scrubs
Sunny.
was like
I
an
stopped
hour,
listening
and
to
then it
Scrubs.
started getting
And
longer.
then my favorite podcast that's not previously recorded at Gateway Gamers, podcast The Ride, the minimum is an hour and a half.
That's a lot.
What's
and
the longest?
They did a 3-hour one before.
What's our longest? Did
About
you,
3
did
hours.
You record that?
It's like 250.
Which one was that? Is Star Wars?
Star Wars, yeah.
To do Star
Original
Wars.
trilogy?
No, sequel trilogy.
Yeah? We
Yeah.
did 3 hours for that?
Yeah.
They all run long at this point.
They
Like,
do,
all,
some
like
of
it's
them.
just like we're
And then my favorite one also has a Patreon, so they put out one additional one every week, and sometimes that'll be like
you pay for
55.
that.
Yeah, $8 a month.
See, my favorite.
And now
You're verified. You have the blue check.
yes, I do have the blue check.
Okay.
Can you change your screen name since you're verified on Twitter? We'll change it to something like silly, and we'll just like put some silly tweets
Yeah, what's
out
the
there.
biggest fucking podcast in the world?
biggest podcast in the world?
Previously
It's probably Joe
recorded.
Rogan. Make your Twitter handle Joe
No,
Rogan.
the problem is because
Experience.
I would tweet out some whack shit, and people would be like, "Oh yeah, this is Joe Rogan."
Yeah,
Sure,
Joe Rogan.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I would have to do like something like serious, like fucking
Be like Howard Stern.
yeah, like or what's the cereal, like the serious
Ah,
one.
yeah, that
like just
one.
start tweeting out like butts and dicks and Marvel stuff.
just pictures
I
of your.
like that you went butts and dicks, but then you stayed on brand with Marvel stuff.
I think just pictures of your ass.
Yeah,
every
Yeah,
once-
well,
that,
I
that
mean-
loose knot. Let's get that loose knot
mean-
out there.
the two, there's hey,
And maybe Shane's
you
feet.
gotta see it on Shane's feet.
No, not for free.
There's only one medium that's excelling, and it's Shane's
yeah,
feet.
it's my feet.
The reason I started this,
I have
speaking
zero
about
social media presence.
as you
at this
should.
point.
At this
Yeah.
point, it's not
The
worth
reason
it.
you started this podcast was to promote my feet.
was to promote your
It
feet.
took us 100 episodes, but we are fucking going now.
But here we are. It's just we're changing the podcast to Shane's feet.
It's-
Can you send me a picture of?
You got to pay for it.
I'll
Come
pay.
on, dude.
I mean, you started off promoting my feet, but
Can you
now
just? How about just a toe, just to get the people
one
a
toe.
sample.
One toe for free.
The big toe.
one toe for free.
The Big Dipper.
Clearly, it's paying off.
If Shane's foot is not the picture for this episode, I'm going to be pissed.
But the reason I started this was to do stupid shit with you guys and to put the nonsense bullshit I constantly text in our group chat, just to put it into the airwaves and talk about it a little bit more, because I will listen. I will talk to
Do you know
about it
what's
to
crazy
anybody
to
who
think
listens.
about, though? Like, with that in mind, and, like, we know we've hung out with each other for long enough to like know the dumb shit that'll come out of each other's mouth.
Yeah.
And I feel like all three of us can make the other two laugh at any given moment.
Yes.
But the amount of like strangers who
Oh,
now
yeah.
like are like not strangers, but like just like
There's more
this
people
shit
that
was
just
hilarious, or this was so funny, or like I'll get a text about like something that happened. I lied. My favorite episode to record is not Space Jam. It's Godzilla vs. Kong.
Oh God.
You remember that episode?
No, but everything leading up to that episode, I must have had a good time based on what the final product
I can
looked
confirm.
like.
You told us how much was cut. That one had a lot cut from it.
I had a lot to say about Monarch that day.
One of my favorite episodes to
The
record.
next one's going to be called Godzilla and Kong.
Is it? Is that true?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I'm all right.
One of
with
my
it.
favorites
Little
to
tag team
record
action.
is one of the worst to listen to. It was the Wing episode.
The Wing episode might be one of my favorites as well.
That was so much fucking fun.
And we've also done that. You haven't done it again since, have you?
No.
We should do that like another. You and I have done it at least one other time.
And
that one was.
We've tried the hot sauces at least one other
Yeah.
time. We've done the one chip challenge
Yeah.
twice.
That one was so much fun to record. Hanging out with your
I
dad.
like the
and Christine.
Christine died.
Christine,
Yeah,
she was
she
dead.
passed
She was
for a
dead.
while.
good. And
She
then
drank. She drank an entire gallon of milk.
We had to resuscitate her.
Then Jack from Totally T showed up.
That was where we came up with the Totally Tees
Yeah.
jingle.
The
That
multiple.
was.
Oh yeah, I was busting one out
Every time
we had a break.
every time we take a chew break. No, you know.
I learned a lot
No,
about
it
myself
wasn't.
that
It
night.
wasn't a chew break. We had to take breaks to like
Oh, because we were
get
dying.
something to eat.
You know what was a good memory? One of the Game of Thrones episodes, Bob. Every time we'd come back to you, you would give us a Torment and Ghost theme song.
Torment and Ghost.
Torment and Ghost. It was it a Torment and Ghost theme song, or was I
Or
coming up
spin-off
with
shows.
spin-off shows? Yeah.
Torment and Ghost.
That was a fun bit
Torment
that we
and
should
Ghost.
do again. Where like you guys just give
That
me
was
a
fun.
bit to do, like when we did the dinosaur sounds.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like I like doing those bits where it's like, all right, I'm on the spot.
Nonsense. So we talk about the evolving.
Because then the entire time we're talking, I remember that episode. The entire time we recorded that episode, I was involved in the conversation, but in my head, I'm thinking of new Torment and Ghost things. Like, all right, I need in case they put me on the spot, I need to have one like ready.
Well, it was just the evolution of the podcast. It's just from me just being like, this works. Let's just keep it on topic, not as much as I used to because it's not as fun.
I feel like the beginning, the first
I
couple
want it to be
episodes-
professional. Yeah.
Yes, and I feel like we needed to be.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and throw you off, and it almost hurt you because I had your script. Like
Yeah.
you would give me,
The
hey,
rundown.
here's what we're gonna do on the episode, and you still will give us like,
Yeah.
for some episodes, like, hey, here's kind of like the framework that we're gonna follow. But it was like, all right, I know what he wants to do next.
So you
here's a
could
good
just
spot
go-
for me to go fucking
Wow.
way out of the water,
and that's
and
why
then we can bring it back.
We still do that though. That's why
but
it works.
but I feel like
I
we
took
realized
this-
that wasn't gonna be for us.
No.
It wasn't as fun.
I took the stick out of my ass.
Yeah.
I'll openly say it.
But I
got
also
to-
think that like
it was just
we
it was a
evolved,
learning
but I
curve.
think the podcast as well.
Yeah,
you
it's
got to figure it's
different.
been 4 years, and then you started listening to podcasts where I feel like maybe they're not as structured, or it's a
No.
different type of
It's
podcast.
just they're structured with slight tangents, and it works
And
because
that's
because
what we
it's-
are.
it's
we know
funny,
what we were going to get into today.
and
We've gotten
you-
to some of them.
yeah, and you learn. You not only learn about the topic, you learn about your host, and ultimately that's why you listen to a podcast. You don't listen to a podcast because okay, sure, this is a great topic, but why do you keep coming back each week? Because you like the host. You like what they have to say. You think they're funny. You think they have a lot to say, and that's what ultimately made me realize, hey, what we're doing is uniquely us, and it works. And if people listen, they listen. If they don't, I don't care. We're not
See,
getting paid.
that's-
for it.
Fuck
Fuck 'em.
That's all the podcasts I listen to are just comedians that hang out and do podcasts.
Well, they also have an advantage of being.
but they make me
famous.
laugh and they're
Yeah.
they're entertaining, which is I would hope that's what people tune in to us for. It's that one review that somebody
I will
wrote for us
say-
one
hey.
time. They were like, it feels like it's friends hanging out. Which
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what I want to go for.
Like I said, we have a lot of great listeners, and thank you all. But we had somebody reach out that I just connected with over
Yeah.
Instagram who I do not know.
You sent a merch, right?
I sent him. I didn't send him.
He won. He
He
won.
won the giveaway.
You were there when we pulled the bingo balls out of the thing.
Remember the big elaborate 1,000 cage?
Oh, yeah.
Pinball cage?
The mousetrap game that we
threw-
played to
we-
figure out who would win.
We threw you in there to pick the ball by hand.
Remember when we put you in one of those like wind tunnel things where you grab money and you had to grab one slip of paper and his name was on it?
And then we put you in the thing where it was like, you got to solve these 3 clues or you'll die. And so it was just, there was a lot riding on it.
And then we took pictures of your feet.
Yeah, and that's how it all started. It's the evolution.
That one sucked. I didn't even die.
But he,
Is that an escape room? Is that what you're getting at there?
maybe.
Maybe.
Well, by the way, I meant to. We are branching out. We are branding our own room of escape rooms, hosted by us every time. You're going to hear a podcast.
It's called Previously Trapped.
Yeah. The Shane jiggles his junk.
Rubbish.
His rubbish. But no, this one listener reached out and he's like, "Hey, you guys are doing a really good job." He's like, "I like that, with Star Wars, you're not shitting on them, and you're actually appreciating, and then like stuff like that." And it meant a lot. So like, if we haven't reached out before, please reach out. Let us know. It makes us feel good that people care what we have to say, and if not, fuck you. Just kidding.
Nah, but I'm not.
No, but I honestly fuck you.
Yeah.
But what
Go
do you?
fuck yourself.
So also the infamous mic crack of a beer.
That's always fun. Too.
That's always fun. But what? We've done a lot, 100 episodes. What do you guys want to see us do next? Goes out to
like, what do I want to see, or what
the
is the
two
world
co-hosts right here, and also the listeners of the world.
Can we start with what you would want to see?
Well,
is there anything that we haven't done that like you were like?
I feel
like
like
something that like maybe was an idea you'd had, and it just like.
In terms of topic, I can't think of something right now. In terms of guest, yes, I would like to have Vince on this podcast to talk Disney.
I just
Is that
text. I was just talking to him last night about
that
wrestling,
comic
about Royal
book?
Rumble.
Yeah. What's
Is
that?
that
No.
comic book show?
I don't know if you know
Who's that?
Snack.
I don't think you know.
I don't know that he's ever.
But
I literally was like
topic. You know what I want to see us do next? I want to see us conclude your music series.
Yeah, that just kind of fell apart, didn't
That
it?
did. We have.
I don't even know what we have left.
I advertised this as a part 2 of 4, and we only released 2.
Yeah.
So it was soundtracks.
We did
film
soundtrack. We did score, right?
We did score, and we did. But we
did-
didn't do music made for movies. And then there was one
So
other
like
aspect.
We
Celine
did-
Dion, My Heart Would Go On would be like it was like just songs made for films.
Or
were
we
gonna
did
look
from
at
like a
that.
Star is
songs
Born, yeah.
where
Yeah.
you think about a movie when you
Yes,
hear
think of you songs.
it. Yeah.
So we did that one.
Also, great episode. Speaking of
That's
that,
what I'm saying.
Top Chris's, because that was not supposed to be that. I don't remember what that was supposed to be,
We got into it somehow.
but we just started
Was that
talking.
the same episode?
No,
Ah,
no,
okay.
But that
I
just
remember the
made
Top
me
Chris's
think.
episode where, like, that became-
We met at my parents' house, and we had to record in my old bedroom, but we couldn't, so we moved to the basement or whatever. But it
It was a
wasn't.
billion degrees in your old.
Yes, the topic was supposed to be something else. Whatever episode came out after was the topic.
Are you looking, Shane?
Trying to find it.
Yeah, it's on.
I remember Shane showed up
title.
late, and I asked him why, and he said, "I was swimming."
Okay.
It just made me laugh. It was very, very funny.
I was swimming.
Yeah.
But
What about you guys? Anything that we haven't?
I was
done?
thinking the music thing when you said it, but also I didn't remember what we had done and hadn't done for that, so like I wasn't gonna bring it up.
I would like to do a live show.
So here's what's crazy about doing a live show.
For
If
our
you think about
four
it,
fans.
we did a live show for like our second episode, and it was
technically
dumb.
it was awkward.
We should not have done that.
Yeah, that some people say that episode should be taken out, but it's part
That's
of
me,
the
I say
history.
that.
Yeah, it's part of the history.
People who
of the
say
episode.
that is shame. But
No, I'm just kidding. We do not have the audience for a live show. I was just kidding. I don't know. I just like
I
talking
think
about
it'd be
stuff.
fun though. I don't hate
It would be. It would be if we really had an audience for that people that listen to the show, and if we did something stupid, they would get. That would be fantastic. Shane, any ideas that you would like that we haven't done yet? We need to figure out our next rewatch.
I was just going to say a rewatch that I think Marvel might have thrown out was Back to the Future,
I threw that out.
which I'm all about that because I love Back to the Future.
Yeah,
No, I don't hate it.
Shane's going to show me his coaster.
Yeah, I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, this is a gift from Bob. It's Back to the Future 2.
I'm going to post this on our
Which-
on our Instagram.
What, you want to get all 4?
No, I just went to 1.
Because Back to the Future 1 is a better movie, but the poster for Back to the Future 1 doesn't have Doc in it, so that's why Back to the Future 2.
I forgot to tell you guys.
What?
So I know we were doing once a month. However, next month we're actually doing 4 episodes. I just haven't told you guys yet.
Sweet.
Well, yeah, we got the 24-hour Christmas episode.
They're all about Avatar.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, yeah, we did talk about that, I think.
It's not my idea at all, but I think it's very funny. The Way of Winter instead of The Way of Water. Podcast The Ride. I think that's fantastic. No, we're not doing that. I tried rewatching it the other day. I just do not like that movie.
It's just not great.
But yeah, whatever. So one of the things we haven't done yet on this podcast is one of those, like, here's your budget, craft your team. And so I put together 2 of these. You have $15. The tiers are 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to start with Marvel. So essentially, I guess, craft your own Avenger. And then for $0, who they're fighting. I haven't put it on the sheet. But you can pick the villain of who they're fighting.
No, I don't want to do that. I changed that.
Did you change my bracket?
No, I'm sure there's a randomizer villain thing that we can get online.
Oh, okay.
And then so I'll get like when you're done, I'll find the villain for you.
So okay, so the tiers are $5 are Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and Thor.
Preface it with you came up with this. Because
Yeah.
I agree with most of these, but there's some, like a lower
So-
tier that I don't agree with.
So I came up with this. I didn't just pull it off of Instagram or Google because I just wanted it to be different. These are characters that have appeared in the MCU at my $1 tier. I tried for the most part to keep it to the Disney Plus shows, and I teetered off a little bit.
I agree with most of them, but there's like the occasional like $1 one where I'm like, what are you doing?
Sure. All right, so $5, and I'll post this on our socials so you can follow. It's Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Thor. $4 is Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Smart Hulk, Scarlet Witch, and Vision. Notice how I emphasize Smart Hulk. $3, Gamora, Icarus, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, and Black Widow. $2 is Hawkeye, Makari, Bucky, Drax, Rocket. $1 is Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Korg, and Star-Lord. So, I think we're going to spin the wheel, and if it lands on red, Bob goes first.
All right, and while that spins,
and it landed on
that's
neither.
the one that's broke.
All right.
Spin again.
Bob is red, Shane's blue, I'm purple.
So I am going to go first.
Collusion.
So, I don't have a name generator, but what I'm going to have you guys do for your villain, and then I'll let you guys pick numbers for mine so that it's fair. I have a list of... It says 100, but this only really goes up to 74. So you're going to pick 2 villains, actually, because you have a whole crew that you can use. You're going to pick a number above 50 and below 50. Or we'll do above 30 and below 30.
Okay.
So you get a strong one as well. And then so those will be your 2 villains.
All right, so
And
Bob,
you guys will pick. So I get a first pick. I'm picking $30 total, 15 and 15 split, correct?
Oh no,
No,
these
Marvel
are two.
and DC.
These are two different.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we're doing it separately.
Do it separately.
So we're doing Marvel first.
Marvel first.
All right. So I'm going to go Cap. I don't
Yeah,
think
no
anybody
shock.
saw that like being different.
Strong pick. Strong pick.
Thanks.
All right.
We're doing this like draft. Like if he takes it, I can't.
You
take
can't get Cap
take it.
anymore.
Shit.
I'm gonna give you this pen. We're gonna share it.
All right, Shane. We'll just go in clockwise order. You're up next.
Okay. Well, this doesn't fuck up my pick because I was taking Iron Man for
Okay.
$5.
All right. So Cap and Iron Man are off the board.
It's the only pen.
He's taking my fucking pick.
I'm taking.
He's taking your pick.
I'm taking.
100%. He's taking your pick.
I'm taking Thor.
Wow.
So he's going that.
You snake? Do you snake?
Yeah, we should snake.
That's fine. I just wanted to ask.
All right. Thor, and I'm gonna go Scarlet Witch
I knew that was
for $4. Shane.
Fucking
All right.
bitch. All right. Well, you took Scarlet Witch because you're a fucking asshole. So I'm
Also,
taking-
You don't need one from every tier.
No, you just
I
need
know.
$15.
You just need
total,
$15.
right? So some of us might be
So-
drafting more than others.
you're a snake, so you took Scarlet Witch. So I'm taking Doctor Strange because I need some kind of magic.
I mean, it would make sense for me to take some people, but I already have Cap, so I'm just going to go Bucky right now.
Sounds good with
You know,
the $2
That's
reach.
a $2 pick. Why? I got $7. I still got $8 in play. You guys don't. You guys only have $6 left. I have 8.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I could go 2 4s right now.
You could. You could fuck us up.
Yeah. Oh, and then you guys are stuck with fucking. What? Your $1 are wild. His $1 for Marvel are Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Korg, Star-Lord. like
Moon Knight.
some of those are clearly better than others.
Yeah, imagine She-Hulk and Korg fighting. All right, so I got Iron Man. He's my strategist. I got Strange. He's my magic. I need a hand-to-hand, so I'm taking Shang-Chi.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's a good pick. That was a bad
That's
crack.
$3. So that's
the worst crack I've had
$3.
on
So
me.
I got a 5, a 4, and a 3.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
you have
take
$3 left.
I'm gonna take Icarus at $3.
Icaria?
Yeah, I misspelled it. It's Icarus.
Oh, okay, it is Icarus. Like Icarus, like the bad guy in the film.
Yeah, well, he starts as good.
I'm just making sure that like we're all on the same.
Oh,
the
you know,
fact that two Eternals made this list is
Icarus,
wild.
Marvel,
I
Superman,
had to keep
basically.
it even, Steven.
Marvel, Superman, who he has at a 3.
Yeah, because he's a bad guy. He's a dick.
Yeah, he's not a good team player.
And then I will also take my favorite Eternal, Makari.
So that puts you with you've $1. You're taking Korg. He's a Korg man.
I might be.
Okay, I have $3 left. I'm going to spend it on my $3 Ant-Man.
All right. So what are these teams? Are you recording these teams right now?
No.
All right. So Shane,
not?
Shane, give me yours.
You have your team. I'll write
I
them
want to
down.
write them down now. I want to know what I'm going up against because I got more money than you motherfuckers.
Strange, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, and Iron Man.
Seems like he's a fucking sexist.
Iron Man. That's everybody. That's $15.
Yep.
Would you get 2 3s?
5,
Is that what you
4,
went?
3, 3.
All right. And RP, what do you have right now?
I have Thor. I have Scarlet Witch. I have Icarus, or Ikari,
Icaria.
and Makari.
So and you have $1 left.
And I have
right?
$1 left.
And then
He's
I
taking Star-Lord.
have
Star-Lord is the reason why Endgame happened.
Cap.
So no, I'm not taking
I have
Star-Lord.
Cap and Bucky and $8 to play with.
Yeah,
Ooh. There's a part of me that wants to. You only how many dollars do you have left?
I have $1.
All right, so I can talk about all these other people.
You can do whatever you
So
want.
Captain Marvel's here. I want to take Captain Marvel because that would be a very powerful person. But you can't have 2 captains on one team. It doesn't make sense.
We've seen what happens.
It would be illogical.
Civil War. I even know it's Iron Man, but Civil War.
And then also, I have $8. Yes.
yeah,
What if I just go numbers? I just draft 5 1s.
you could. You could. I didn't set up any parameters that I
No,
now will
I'm gonna
put
go.
going
I'm
forward.
gonna go back. How did I only get 2 picks? How did I get fucked in this snake draft? I never got one after Bucky. I should have had 2.
Take another one. Is there anybody that I have that you would want?
No, it's all right. I was gonna go Spidey, but I don't think I want to go Spidey. So
You know what, Bob? You get a bonus buck.
no, it's okay.
No,
I'm
you get a
gonna go
bonus.
Smart
You get a
Hulk.
bonus buck.
I'm gonna go Smart Hulk, which
All right, so
brings me down
to
and
$5.
then no,
No, you have a bonus buck.
I don't want your bonus.
You get a bonus buck.
Okay.
They're like nothing. You know what they
Where
are?
is this? Where's this coming from? Who's paying taxes to give me this bonus buck?
The Smart Hulk.
Do I have to work extra for this bonus buck?
Yeah.
Do I have to work overtime for
Well,
this?
you earned it.
Do I have to record another episode?
You
for this
earned it.
bonus
You
buck?
earned it in Ben Salem, so you got to pay both
Ben
taxes.
Salam. So I have another pick.
Korg's still on the board.
I noticed that. It's a wild move.
I didn't know who else to put. Like I really looked at the Marvel roster, and I didn't know what a $1 pick
So
would
I'm
be.
at 5. I have $4 left. I want to go.
You know who would be a 50
I'm
cent
going
pick?
Vision.
Happy Hogan.
That's a good list, Bob.
I'm going Vision as my final pick. And
That's
then
a
you
pretty
have $1
strong-
to spend.
And I have $1 to spend, and I'm going to take. I'll probably take fucking Moon Knight. Fuck it, why not?
I was thinking Moon Knight, but Moon Knight's a wild card.
He is.
Super powerful, but just not.
Scarlet Witch will keep him in line.
I mean, you got to keep her in line too, bro.
Hey oh.
Not like that. She also went off the deep end.
All right, so I will
All right,
post
so now
this.
flip it. You're gonna go first for the DC end.
Yes, I will. So for DC, Batman. I think you're silly if you don't take Batman.
Wait, so I got.
Oh wait. Let me read the DC list. All right, so you also have once again $15. You have the $5 tier: Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and the Flash. $4 tier: Aquaman, Booster Gold, Shazam, Supergirl, and Martian Manhunter. $3 tier is the Batman sidekick tier with the Signal, Robin, Red Hood, Nightwing, and Batgirl. $2 tier is Dr. Fate, Zatanna, Hawkman, Cyborg, and Green Arrow. And $1 tier, Firestorm, Black Canary, Blue Beetle, Raven, and Beast Boy.
So
I'll
before
start
you
off
go with
the
this,
Batman.
you're going to take Batman, right?
Yep.
So I saw a coworker ask me this earlier. I'm assuming it's a social media thing. Would you rather get knocked out by Batman or the Powderpuff Girls? I think you got to go Batman, which is a wild thing to say because he would absolutely fucking destroy your jaw. But also, he wouldn't kill you. Guarantee.
No,
You're
yeah,
not
he
going to
was-
die.
no.
Can't
Powerpuff
do
Girls
it.
might kill you.
Powerpuff Girls might kill you, and
don't
also
have
they
them.
have superpowers. Like that would have to hurt more than Batman.
They have no morals.
But have they ever?
Their parents have never been murdered.
Do
Do
they
Sugar,
have-
spice, and everything nice. Huh?
do they have any recorded kills?
Mojo Jojo?
they have any? Did they record kills?
Also,
But no,
also, they are criminals. I don't know how you put it. They're bigot, maybe, because they beat up a cross-dresser.
yeah,
She?
we were
You
talking
talking about
about
she?
she
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
about how weird, like not weird, but like how
No, it was. She's a strange character.
yeah,
not
how
because,
strange of a character.
Not
that
because
was.
of the sexual
So,
orientation. It
just
was
like-
just creepy.
Yeah,
It's like the devil in like high heels with like claws.
Batman beats him into a coma, pretty much.
but also like if I've
Mojo
watched.
Jojo after a fight with the Powerpuff Girls, his fucking limbs are like
yeah, that's what I'm
all
saying. Like,
broken,
if
like-
Batman knocks you out, he's done with you. He's on to the next.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a
Also-
super villain. I'm a henchman.
Fucking-
He's not gonna kill me unless it's Ben Affleck.
you're
fucking-
definitely getting a broken arm.
yeah,
Fucking R.I.P. Kevin Conroy, man. That's some
Ah,
sad
yeah,
shit.
That was
Yeah,
wild.
that sucks.
But anyway, Shane, who are you? Your $5 tier. Batman, 100%.
All right, so Batman's done. I'm starting off taking Green Lantern. I feel like Green Lantern
A lot of power there.
can probably take anybody else on this $5 list.
Can we all agree that none of us are taking Superman?
No,
Even though he's the
taking
most
Superman.
powerful person on here, it's just
No.
like fuck you.
Green Lantern can make Kryptonite and beat Superman. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he beat Green Lantern.
Green Lantern can't make kryptonite.
He can make. He's done
You
it.
could construct kryptonite.
Does it work
I
that
don't
way?
know.
How is it? How
All
Jordan?
right, Coach Steve.
How Jordan's got the
No,
best?
don't do that again.
How Jordan's the Green Lantern with the best willpower, right?
Yes.
100% Hal
Hal's
Jordan can
strongest.
make
I
kryptonite.
Hal Jordan probably could. Kyle Rayner, maybe at
dickhead.
best.
If it's Hal
Guy
Jordan,
Gardner.
Kyle Rayner's all right.
Hal
like Kyle
Jordan
Rayner. Guy
or
Gardner's a
John
dick.
Stewart
Guy
are
Gardner's a
making kryptonite.
Shane, they can construct it. I don't think it'll have the
Would it
same
work?
effect.
Yeah.
It will
would
have a
work.
similar effect.
Would it have
Uh,
any
if
so,
effect?
I
they're-
think it's
I thought
interesting.
it was
If so,
Interesting.
they're putting a beat down on Superman.
All right, hit me up with that pen.
Green
We're like
Lantern.
puff passing a pen in this thing right now.
I've got so many pens in my
I usually have like 6 in my bag.
And your loose anus.
yeah, they're just falling out.
All right, I'm gonna go Shazam, who is a nice like
That's a good pick.
second, I
See,
think.
if anybody picks Superman, Shazam beats Superman because he's magic.
Yeah, I think that he's like a nice. He's not Superman,
There's 3 people at least. There's 4
but
people on
he's
this
a
list
nice
that can beat
second.
Superman.
And then I'm going to actually take my double this time around, and I'm gonna go probably with a reach, but I just love her so much and go with a $2 Zatanna.
It's very cool.
A huge fan of her.
I did look at Zatanna when I was making my Zatanna's.
Yeah, did you jerk off?
Yeah,
to it,
when
like
you were
that?
making your cummies.
What was your first again?
Shazam Zatanna. is
Shazam,
what I
that's a
got
good
right
fucking-
now.
My
That's a good
first was
fucking
my
round.
girlfriend in high school.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Remember when I ended the first episode with
Yep.
the thing to Kendall or whatever?
Kendall, I hate you.
Kendall. At one of these episodes, I'll explain. Kendall was a catfish
Yeah,
that I was talking to when we started the podcast,
All right.
I told her to listen.
and we knew she was a catfish.
I'm gonna go my second pick with another $5, and I'm taking the Flash.
Strong start.
Conceivably, I don't think anybody beats Green Lantern and Flash together.
I will take my $2 at Dr. Fate.
Fucking bitch, dude.
Hey, you can't have the world, dude. You just got the Flash and Green Lantern. What do you think was gonna happen?
Can't all be kings, man.
We can't all be kings.
There's only one king, Pizza King in the Northeast.
He's right here. And I will take. Every Batman needs his Robin, so I'm gonna take Nightwing.
He took my fucking Nightwing too. hate this guy. I hate this guy.
I knew Nightwing wasn't going to stick around very long.
I looked at you. I was
goes
going
back
to
to
take
me.
Robin, and I looked at you, and
Goes
I
back this
said,
way.
Well, Nightwing's
Nightwing.
Dick Grayson. I'd rather have Nightwing.
Nightwing's
but-
that sucks.
I don't
He's-
like. I
Can
don't
we
like,
establish
I don't
which
like
Robin
Damien.
we're getting?
It would be Damien.
Damien?
I don't like Damien.
That's rough. Okay.
At least
'Cause
it's,
it's-
not,
'cause
at least it's not Jason Todd.
Because it's Damien.
Well, Red Hood's Jason Todd.
Jason Todd's Red Hood, and then Dick is Nightwing, and then the Signal is
Nah, that's Duke.
Duke.
Duke
is his
Thomas.
name.
So Tim Drake not on this list at all. By that
Now, what's he?
logic.
Red Robin.
He's Red Robin.
I
He's
was-
Titan. Same difference. Yeah.
I was going to put him on there, but I opted for Batgirl instead.
Nah, I might still take Batgirl. Who knows? I'm not telling you
I
what
love
I'm gonna do.
Barber.
So what do you have left right now, RP?
All my magic.
I have
You
I
have
have
$7?
No, I have $5 left.
I also have
Who
5.
else did you take?
Batman, Nightwing, Doctor Fate.
Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate.
All right, well,
Doctor Fate will fuck all y'all up.
fuck. Since Zatanna and Dr. Fate are gone, I'm going to go with a $4 Mars Manhunter,
Very strong.
who is equally as strong as Superman.
Very strong. Very strong.
It's that-
Shane, very strong team.
The
here.
the fire vulnerability is what kills him.
I went the Shane route here and was like, I need some magic, but now I'm just all magic. Really created a problem
Shazam.
here. All right, so I have Shazam and Zatanna, and that's it. So I'm at $9 remaining. So I'm gonna go with some strength here, and I'm gonna grab Wonder Woman.
It's a good
That's
choice.
a good pickup.
Just grab her before 1984.
Yeah, nah, I'm not
Before or after?
Gonna. And
Before,
that puts
before,
me
yeah.
at $4.
Okay, and who are you going to finish it out with?
I think I'm gonna I'm just gonna bring a full.
If you're going to do $4, you can do it now, and if you're going to do 2 2s, you can do it now as well.
I'm not gonna do a 4.
Okay, if you're going to do 2 or
I
any
could do
combination.
Supergirl. I don't need Booster Gold or Aquaman, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys.
I hope you don't get stuck at sea.
So do I. But I would hope that
Somebody could swim.
Wonder Woman was on an island for long enough. She should be fine. So
But you can take it all now. That's what I'm saying.
I don't want.
Most of his team can fly. So it
I
doesn't
don't.
matter
I
if
don't
he's stuck
want
at sea.
Damien. So I'm gonna go Batgirl and have $1 left. And I think I'm just gonna. I might have an all-girl team here minus Shazam. I might look at that. I might go. There's a couple females in that dollar area.
I've got $1 left.
You have $1.
I need a magic. I think RP has Raven listed extremely too low.
I agree.
So I'm taking Raven at $1.
I was gonna snag Raven
She should be at
myself.
she should be at least a 3.
You know what? You make the fucking
Well, the
list.
three was the Batman sidekicks section.
All right, I'm going to take $4 Supergirl, and I'm going to also cash out $1 with a personal favorite of mine, Beast Boy.
So, can Batgirl be Oracle as well?
Yes.
All right, so I have a leader.
That's dope. Batgirl as Oracle's pretty dope.
I have a leader here too. Supergirl's going. I have $1 left, and I had no intention of doing this, but I'm gonna go Firestorm. Black Canary and Blue Beetle, I feel like, are too similar to what I already have on my team.
Firestorm is pretty powerful though. Like,
That's when
he
and that's like Black Canary is no different than
What's-
Batgirl.
What's the
In theory, like
what's
with
the
what
power-
she's bringing to the table.
What's
really.
the power called where he can like transform shit into other shit? Like he can.
Like Supernova?
No, it's like he can make one element into another element, basically. Like what's
Are you
that?
going off
Alchemy?
Transmutation or alchemy or
Of, are
something?
you going off of like the DC show? Like the
No,
CW?
over
Nah,
the,
he does
off
it.
of the comics too.
I feel like he does it in. Like,
He's the same in the
I
comics.
feel like he does it in like Crisis on Infinity Earth at one point.
He can.
I don't know that much.
I just
know-
finished reading Dark Crisis, and he does that in the.
Oh, okay. I'm
He-
not reading that currently. Also, it's Dark Crisis on Infinity Earth because they had to stop. Like they got just Dark Crisis was racist apparently.
Really?
They added a full thing.
But yeah, he can change
I didn't know that.
elements into.
I
other
literally have
elements,
like
basically.
issue 5 on my desk right now. I haven't read it yet.
It's
I have a stack of comics I haven't read.
that's like the reason I started paying for DC Infinite Unlimited because I was like,
Yeah, I told her.
I can't read the most up to date ones, so I just
'Cause I was like,
started paying
Now
more
you
money.
can though, right?
Yeah.
I was
so I'm not
talking-
caught up on anything.
I was
but-
talking to him about like because I have the Marvel one, and I was like, yeah, just like
Oh, does he show? He hasn't been in that yet. I don't think. Does he show up? Was
He's
he
in
there from
something
the
I've been reading
start?
Recently, he shows up later, I think.
That makes sense.
I, like,
I'm
told-
only like halfway done.
I told Shane, I was like, yeah, like if you just want to go back and forth, I was like, just do like one a month, like so you don't pay like a year.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I already got both, and I was like, all right.
You did Marvel too.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm paying for the Wii U.
I only
All
have
right,
the Marvel. I
so
only have the
we
Marvel.
can discuss. I'm not caught up on anything. All right, so full teams. Are we combining full teams at this point?
No. They're two separate.
Well, we're gonna have to combine because this is a full list of Marvel and DC villains.
Oh, okay. Then yeah,
so let's
that's
make
fine.
them. They'll all fight at once. So it's just for the simplification.
You know
of
what?
this.
Just for what Dwayne Johnson wants to do,
The only ones
we've already done.
Yeah. So
go
Shane's full list would be Strange, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, Iron Man, Green Lantern, Flash, Manhunter, Raven. So a strong squad. So we're actually gonna do 3 villains.
I would say for
We're gonna do a
Shane's-
We're gonna do a top 10. We're gonna go a top 10. You got to pick a number in the top 10. Then we're gonna go 10 to 30. We're gonna go something higher than 30.
Sounds
3
good.
villains to go with these. RP: Thor, Scarlet Witch, Icarus, Makari, Moon Knight, Batman, Doctor Fate, Nightwing, Supergirl, Beast Boy. He's going heavy. He's
That's a
going
solid
big,
list.
big crew.
Solid list.
Couple weak links.
I would say mine would not make it. I don't because of the Eternals and some of the Teen Titans. I don't think
Yeah, I'm
mine.
saying a couple weak
my
links.
But you
film-
got a pretty
my-
strong team
All
led by
around.
Batman.
Yeah, I think my team would make it to the big screen.
Does
However,
Thor take a back seat, man?
yeah,
Thor tells. I think
Would
Thor,
he? I'm
I
asking,
think
would
Thor
he?
tells Batman what to do. No, Batman.
It would
tells
be the
Thor
whole-
what to
And
do.
Thor would be all right with that. Iron
Yes.
Man, Thor type situation.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll follow your lead.
so mine wouldn't make it to the big screen, but it would 100% be greenlit for an DC animated movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
would-
a
I would be
it's a
watching
Disney
it.
Plus show.
yeah,
at the very
yeah,
least.
yeah.
And then my list is Cat, Bucky, Smart Hulk, Vision, Shazam, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, Batgirl, Firestorm. Weak, but
I don't think we.
I like it.
So to pick a villain, we are going to pick 2 villains, and we are going to spin our wheel that we have assigned villains randomly to, and then IGN's top 10 villain list, and we will go from there, and let's see whose
Yeah, I feel like
roster
we need to
gets.
give we've like RP. You have a 10-man roster. We have to give that roster a challenge.
All right, so I will spin the wheel first,
Is it
and I have
Kang?
Korg as my villain.
$1 cord.
$1
And
Korg.
but he's mad that he didn't get picked, so he's
Yes,
coming
sir.
with a vengeance.
All right, so I have Kang as my villain.
First villain.
First villain.
many.
So this is a part 1, part 2 series. So you beat the first, you go to the second.
All right,
Spin
I'm
them.
gonna spin because
Bobby is spinning.
I have Doctor Doom.
Oof, good luck.
That's rough.
I'm not afraid of Doctor Doom with my team, actually.
And then
I
Shane,
feel like Shazam could beat Doctor Doom pretty quick.
Magic going Magic.
Yeah, maybe.
Zatanna.
Oh.
The DC Doctor Doom challenge is fairly...
All right, let's go.
Craven.
Craven.
All right, so
Does Shane have
now-
any animal-based
Craven's-
superheroes
Craven.
on his team?
Craven's done
He's got Raven.
Yeah, Raven, you're dead.
because they rhyme.
Ant-Man, done. No, because Craven's going to
No, Craven's going to hunt them.
All right, so now give me a top 10 number from this list, and if it's already on a team... then
Can I
we're
have
gonna move it
Quail
around.
Man join my roster?
No. You made the...
Can
you
I
made,
play Kite Man?
you made the hero list. Kite Man's legit. Tom King made him legit.
I do like Kite Man. 6. Is it the Joker?
His Dark Side. RP's got Kang,
Kang
and
and Darkseid.
That's rough.
Too
We're gonna,
big.
and you're also gonna get one more that's gonna be between 90 and 100. So it's gonna like that might be Kite Man actually.
That's gonna be like Condiment King.
Yeah. So give me 1 through 10, Shane.
5.
5 is Galactus,
I think he's beatable.
and then
What?
Give me a
Like,
1.
why'd you brush it
Give
off?
me a 1 through
He's beatable.
10 for me.
He's beatable.
3.
3.
Shane, do you
is
agree with 3?
3 is actually Doctor Doom, who I'm already
Oh,
chasing.
oh,
So give
all
me
right.
another
Shane, you
one. If
pick
it's a
the next
repeat,
number.
we'll just go
2.
again.
2.
Or 4.
4.
Do 4. Do 4.
2 or 4.
4.
Lex Luthor.
He's beatable.
You have the two of the smartest
two
men.
with Joker. All right, and so now just
Luther
for,
and Doom together is fucking
yeah,
tough.
just for
dude.
shits and giggles.
And Kang?
That's the smartest.
100 through 90. So give me a number between 90 and 100.
99.
99 is Fing Fang Foom, I think.
That's a villain from Shang-Chi.
So
It was a canceled villain, so that's not getting made.
Fing Fang Foom is like a dragon. And then what do
At
you?
least I think. Anyway.
95.
Doctor Strange, I think, is actually Fing Fang Foom.
I think you might be right.
95.
Yeah.
Omega Red, little Russian boy. X-Men. So like Russian assassin type situation. And then give me one.
92.
93 is Omni-Man, which is pretty cool from Invincible. 92 is Parallax.
Tough.
Yeah.
You have a tough villain.
Too bad you don't have Green Lantern.
Somehow I think that's tougher than Kang and Darkseid, and it's not.
What do you have?
Doom, Luther, Parallax. I'm fucked. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, you're done.
Well, good thing is all these
Dunzo.
movies are getting made.
Yeah, all right.
We'll let the guys.
I'll give RP the list here.
And we'll post it. See which film would you rather? We'll keep it simple. Which animated film would you rather see get made? Because DC's animated films are really good.
I'm not gonna lie. Shane's villains would be the problem for his movie.
Yeah.
Who are my villains again?
You have Kraven, Galactus, and Omega Red. There's nothing going on there. Whereas RP, I want to see a Kang Darkseid team up.
Don't forget Fing Fang Foom.
He's there. Yeah, he's there. And then I again forgetting Parallax. I want to see Doom Luther.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel
Doom
like
and Luther in the same room would be interesting to see how that they would get along.
They would clash.
Yes.
Because they both want to be the leader.
Well, guys, we did it. 100 episodes.
And we're finally fucking done with this bullshit.
This is our last episode. To 100 more. Thank you guys as always. Again, this means the world to me. And for a while, it was just the sole excuse to hang out and put our vocals on in the interwebs.
Shout outs, avid listeners, Mark, Brian, not brother of Bob, Brian, brother of Bob, producer Nick.
Audra,
That's
if
it.
if you've listened to all 100, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
And multiple Brians. There's
Yeah.
a lot of Brian
Brians.
listeners.
There's been a lot of Brians.
Brian from Tarsdale, Brian brother
Yeah,
of Bob,
Brian,
my brother-in-law
yeah.
Brian. Love you all.
Not those two Brians. Brian from Tarsdale has been wanting to be on,
I know he wants
but
to
he
be.
hasn't. Been
Episode 200, it's him. He's got it.
Another
4 years.
Another 5 years,
Yeah,
Brian.
well, we're cutting. So it's
yeah.
a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Hang in there, Brian.
But again,
We'll get you there. We'll get you there.
He did say he wanted to be on a boy band episode, which I think would be fucking
music series part 5.
so much fun.
Boy band draft.
Yeah.
I think it'd be so much fun.
But from
Boy
since,
band draft, you have to draft 5 solo artists into
and make it work. That's basically what One
I like
Direction
that.
was.
I like that.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you to you both, as always. I know it's not always easy, but I really, really appreciate it. 100 episodes. I thought when we got to 50, I was like, damn, this is an accomplishment. And then to double that,
When we got to
real.
50, I was like, damn, are we still doing this bullshit?
yeah, just like you just said a couple minutes ago.
That joke hasn't gotten old.
Yeah. But again, to all of you guys, thank you. If you've left a review, it really helps. I really appreciate it. And again, from the bottom of my heart, all three of us, thank you for listening. 4 years, a lot's changed, a lot stayed the same. We're still act like we're.
Close out with the Oscar music playing you off.
Remember to rate, like, and subscribe. Check out our TeePublic store for merch and Totally Tees, as always, as they have been the sponsor from
TeePublic, we got shirts, we got jackets, we got sweatshirts,
Crew
we
necks.
got coffee mugs,
You name it.
anything you want. We got travel mugs.
Whoever dealt
we got
it-
stickers. We got magnets.
Thank you, Shane. Whoever dealt it, smelt it. That's not how that goes. Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Is now.
And TeePublic deals all. They farted because they deal all our shit.
Hey,
And,
yeah,
all right,
they-
whatever this
And-
lands on, the three of us have to fight.
and
The anti-monitor. We're fucked.
anti-monitor. Christmas is coming up. Buy your favorite recordiac some gear. All the money help goes to make this show happen.
Or don't.
Or don't.
We're
You
not
don't
your
have
boss.
to. We're not
Should
your
we
boss.
post some Hallmark episodes and let people vote on what they want us to watch?
Yeah. Well, that everybody knows
Maybe,
that that's
but
coming next
you guys
on
are fucking
Christmas
stupid,
Day.
so we're not going
Hey,
to
that's
do
a
it
fun.
anymore.
That's a fun bit that I like too. Is ending stuff with or don't all the time.
Yeah. Or don't.
Or don't.
See you guys next month for our 101 episode, our third annual Hallmark episode.
So we'll see you on Christmas Day.
Or don't.
Yeah, there will
Or
be
won't.
no fucking chocolate.
No chocolate.
No chocolate.
Whatsoever.
We will not be with our families. We will be recording
We will be
24
we will be
hours.
for
with
24 hours.
we'll be
24
with
hours straight.
Our previously recorded family.
we'll be with our family, our PR family. But again, love you all, and remember to rate, like, subscribe, and see you on Christmas Day.
If I had
Bye.
wings like Noah's dove, I'd fly the river to the one I love. Oh, fare thee well, my honey, fare thee well. And I had a man who was long and tall. He moved his body like a cannonball. Fare thee well, my honey, fare thee well. I remember one evening in the pouring rain, and in my heart was an aching pain.